Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? It's your boy JB here on a Friday, and we got some college football here. We've got two teams that are ranked here in the top 20. We've got the Arizona Wildcats and we've got the Kansas State Wildcats. And so, Battle of the Wildcats, who's going to win? So, this one should be a fun one for sure, and I am looking forward to it. On the Arizona side of the football here, looking forward to seeing how they're going to be able to pass the ball today. How effective will that pass game be? And then for Kansas State, the mobility of their quarterback. I'm certainly looking forward to that and to see how their run game does today against Arizona. So this will be a fun one to watch. And kickoff will be here shortly. And we'll get to see these two 2-0 teams. Only one team can remain undefeated between these two teams after today. So who will it be? So Lewis is in the building to get us started. And Lewis says, JB, what's good with you, Lewis? Talk to me. What are we doing for this one? Are we taking the over or the under? What are we taking for this one? Absolutely. College football here on a Friday, two ranked teams. Let's go. And so Lewis says, shout out, and he's got the over in this one. So he's expecting a lot of points. Okay, okay. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. In terms of player props, got my eyes on Kansas State quarterback, hoping that he exceeds more than like 44 yards rushing on the ground tonight. That would be great. That'll help your boy JB out. Absolutely. But kick off here any minute. But yeah, JB was not able to go live yesterday. It was like an outage and stuff like that, and so I did not get like my Wi-Fi back until sometime this morning. So yeah, it was just a long night. But I heard that Tua got hurt, and it seemed like it was pretty serious. I mean, I watched the replay of it, and so it seemed like it wasn't anything that Damar Hamlin did. It's just that Tua ran into him, full steam ahead with his head first, and so, but that was a nasty looking concussion there for Tua. Let's see. Lewis says right now 3-2 for college and 1-1 for the NFL. And so, well, we got to get you on a win streak, Lewis. 500 ain't gonna cut it. And so Mr. JB says hi, Josh, and say, what's good with you? How are you? All right, so we're getting ready for the kickoff here, and it looks like Kansas State was going to be the one to kick this one off. And so we'll get to see Arizona come out offensively. And again, McMillan, that receiver for the Arizona Wildcats, he is as good as it gets out there at wide receiver. You want a receiver that can go out there and get you 14 catches, 300 plus receiving yards. He is that guy. So definitely let's keep an eye out for him and also the quarterback for the Arizona Wildcats. As I feel like those two could have a big game tonight. But it's here at Kansas State, so it'll be a thriller. Kickoff officially on the way, and this one is now started. So we'll get the return here by Arizona, still on his feet, fighting to about the 28-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will take over. Again, two Wildcats here today, so I might as well say Arizona. And Noah Fafita at quarterback. And when this guy gets it going, he gets it going. So we'll see how he performs here tonight. But so far this season, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I expect a big game from him. But you guys in the chat, let me know who you're rooting for in this one. Kansas State or Arizona? The battle of the Wildcats. Here we go. Arizona with the football from their own 27-yard line. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Gets the snap. Fafita in the pocket, throws it, gets the completion. And that's going to be a pickup of a first down there. Picked up 10 yards on the play. That'll move the chains. And that was Montana Lemonius Craig for the reception for 10 yards there. So after that completion there in the first down, let's see what they do for the opening drive. Gonna line up in the shotgun again. This time, 2 receivers on the play, multiple tight ends, 1 back tight end. Receiver goes in motion. Fafita looking in the pocket, moving, still looking, ends up throwing this one away. So throws this one away to avoid the sack. Second down coming up. That time, Kansas State brought some pressure, got to him. Lewis is thinking the same thing I'm thinking. He's like, go deep, go deep. I'm like, yes, go deep. Get them yards. All right, so after that incompletion, 2nd and 10 coming up. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. 14:07 to go here in the first quarter from their own 37-yard line. Gets the snap, looking, throws it from the pocket. Nice completion. He's probably about a yard shy of that first down marker. But that was McMillan with the catch. Remember the name, number 4, because he will have a busy game. This is what he does. So keep that in mind. This guy is a big play receiver. And so, Laney, what's good with you? What's good? Laney says, hey, JB, it's good to see the crew here. Let's see. Samuel, what's good? He says, hi, JB. How are you today? How are you? All right, so Arizona here on 3rd and 1. Multiple tight ends. Even got a fullback here back in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion. 3rd and 1. Snaps it. Feeds it to the back. In the back. Off the right side. Look at him go. For a second there, I was thinking if he was just a little bit faster, maybe he could have broke that one. But that was Conley with the carry. He picked up 14 yards and a first down there for the Wildcats, and he did it with ease. So now 1st and 10 at the Kansas State 40-yard line. Let's see. And Samuel reminds us that the Bills and the Dolphins, the Bills won that one 31-10. JB did project the Buffalo to win that one, but I never thought it was going to get that ugly. But yes, the Bills did win that game down in Miami, by the way. So that was an impressive win for them. And let's see. Black says, what did we do to deserve that nightmarish game last night with the Dolphins and the Bills? Meanwhile, Kansas State gets him in the backfield. County's going to lose 2 yards. Excellent penetration there by the defense. 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 12 for the Arizona Wildcats. But man, oh man, I knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right, Black. Like it just the fact that I couldn't stream the game due to the power outage. That I mean, not the power outage, the Wi-Fi being out and stuff like that. So I couldn't watch it, but I knew something was off when Tua threw that interception early. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be one of those games. All right, 2nd and 12, throws it. Gets the completion to the back out the backfield, picks up 6 yards on the play. So he got half the yards he need. 3rd and 6 coming up from the Kansas State 36-yard line. Can they continue to get a first? Or if you're Kansas State, this is an opportunity here if you can get some pressure to get a stand. But man, that one, that was all around bad. I mean, you're going to tell me that Tyreek had how many yards? Like it was not a lot at all. I think like maybe like what, 24? And so Samuel says he's doing good. That's great. Happy to hear it. So 3rd and 6 here. You're at Kansas State side of the football. Snaps the ball. Fafita feeling the pressure. Throws it. Gets the completion in which he bobbled it, but he did catch it. But he's going to be, looks like just shy of that first down marker by 1 yard. Got to go for it. And the way that they picked up that first down on the ground last time, I certainly wouldn't. I certainly would do it again. But let's see what they draw up here on 4th and 1. 4th and inches, they call it, with 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Again, this is the opening drive right now for the Arizona Wildcats. And again, you guys let me know who you're rooting for in this one. Is it Arizona or is it Kansas State? Let JB know. Meanwhile, Arizona's going to call their first time out. Again, both of these teams are currently ranked within the top 20. So huge for both of these teams. Both of them 2-0. Who's going to move on to 3-0? But yeah, definitely lots of prayers for Tua last night because that concussion, that is nothing to play with. And that's the second time in 3 years we've seen him go through something of that magnitude. So this has to be like a serious conversation that they're going to be having in terms of just his future. That's a conversation that they have to have at some point. All right, so here we go. 4th and inches. We got the fullback at the back in the backfield, got the quarterback lining up under center here, multiple tight ends, but the defense, they got the big boys up front too. It's a running play. Oh, look at that space. Oh my goodness, takes it all the way to the 26-yard line. And so Conley once again makes it look extremely easy. That time picks up 5 yards on the play. Love the packages that they're running on fourth down and short yardage situations here. Because that time, earlier in the drive, we saw Conley bust one for 14 yards off the right side. This time on the left side, picks up 5 yards there, but both of them were pretty easy. His blockers are doing a great job at getting in front of him, and he's a physical runner. Again, first quarter with 10:15 to go. Opening drive right now. Wildcats with a new first down from the 26-yard line of Kansas State. They run the ball again. He loses some yards here. So he's going to lose about, looks like 3 yards on the play. 10 minutes to go here in the first. All right, Samuel says he's ready for the drive to tomorrow, Saturday night, live NCAA college football, Toledo versus Mississippi State. And the game starts 6:30 at Starkville, Mississippi. Okay, word. Always be safe out there on them roads, Samuels. Absolutely. But yeah, that's going to be a nice one there. That's going to be a nice one. Play fake, throws it. Oh, man. I don't know why he threw that one. I don't know why he threw that one. I mean, his guy wasn't remotely open on that one. Like, you got to read the field here. Got to read the field. That could have been bad. That could have been bad. That could have been bad. But again, I mean, you play fake it. Yeah, that's a play right there on the video game. That's going the other way. Luckily for him, it's just an incompletion. But now, 3rd and 12. Can Kansas State get a stop here? If you've got them in 3rd and long, you got to stop them here because you give them another first down, who knows what's going to happen. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, snap the ball. Kansas State bringing pressure, throws it, gets the completion, and his guy gets the first down, still running all the way to about the 11-yard line. So what a big play. Picked up 16 yards. And who else are you going to throw the ball to? McMillan again. I said it before. He's already got 2 catches, 25 yards. Expect a huge game. Not a big game, a huge game from McMillan in this one. He's a guy that you want. Oh, man, what's good with you? What's good with you? He says, how are we doing, JB in chat? And you said, glad to see you're good. Hopefully the family is good. And so everyone as well. Appreciate that, Ode. How are you? Hope all is well with you and your fam. All right, hands it to the back here, and Conley's going to pick up 5 yards on the carry. Now we got 2nd and 5 coming up from the Kansas State 7-yard line. This current drive, 12 plays, 66 yards, over 6 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. They're being very methodical here on this drive, but can they finish it in the end zone? I mean, man, a 12-play drive, you got to be able to do it. I said keep running Conley. He looks pretty good. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. 2nd and 5. Gives it to Conley, and Conley is going to fight. Did he get into the end zone? Is it good? Is it not? I think they're going to say that he is just short. It looks like he fell just shy of getting into that end zone. As the O says, I'm good. Pats have a great chance at going 4-1 and 3-2 in the first 5 weeks. You feel like it, Ode? You feel like it? That'd be music to JB's ears for sure. All right, so we got 1st and goal. Lewis got the hands up. He thought that was a touchdown. But 1st and goal. 1 yard. Can they get 1 yard? Fullback gives it to him. That's a touchdown. Easy touchdown. So Arizona gets the first points of the game on the opening drive, and what an opening drive it was. We're talking 14 plays, 73 yards, 7 minutes and 28 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. They took off more than half the quarter on that one drive, and they finished it in the end zone. That's exactly how you draw it up. JB is a big fan of those long drives that just eat up a lot of the clock and you end up in the end zone. What a big time play. Lewis says, let's go. Lewis is fired up. He's like, let's go. I'm sure he wants to see Kansas State respond now. Big time play. You set the tempo. Your offense went out there, and great blocking on that drive. I cannot emphasize that enough. Great blocking on that drive. Everybody looked poised. They looked calm. They wasn't rushing things. I mean, aside from that one bad throw that he threw where his guy clearly was not open on that quick pass, but other than that, everything was pretty good on that drive. We'll see if that continues to be the case moving forward. But now we're at the commercial, which means now is a good time, if you haven't done so already, to go ahead and press that like button. And if you're new, let us know that you're new and who you're rooting for and some of your favorite teams across different sports. But what a drive there. Leading receiver, of course, McMillan. He had 2 catches for 25 yards there. Fafita, 5 of 7 for 46 yards through the air. Conley had 7 carries for 27 yards. That's right, you heard me right. 7 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown on that drive. And so, absolutely. Laney says, what channel is this game on? This game is on Fox. Yeah, this one is on Fox. Absolutely. Yeah, this game is on Fox. Let's see. And Lewis says, you say you need a score in every drive. I mean, if they're taking off 7 minutes on the clock, then absolutely. 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 But yeah, that's just the opening drive. Now let's keep in mind Kansas State hasn't had the football yet, so we're going to get to see them for the first time offensively when we come back from the commercial and see how they look. And ultimately, if you're Arizona, the best advice I can give you is to keep Kansas State quarterback in the pocket. You let him go out there and bust them big runs and stuff like that. That's his game. That's what he wants to do. So if you're Arizona, you want to prevent that from happening and try to keep him inside the pocket. So we'll see what they try to do defensively to contain the quarterback for Kansas State. And again, just a reminder that JB's next stream is going to be tomorrow, in which we've got 2 games tomorrow. The first one is LSU versus South Carolina. That's going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So that's game 1 right there. Again, that is LSU versus South Carolina at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And the second one for JB is going to be Colorado versus Colorado State, and that one's going to be at 7:30 Eastern time. So we got a doubleheader tomorrow that JB's going to be doing tomorrow, and so feel free to come through for that. But now, Arizona kicking the ball off. All right, no return. So let's see what these Kansas State Wildcats have in store for us today, led by Avery Johnson. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with his legs in this one. Let's see. And he says, thank you. You're welcome. Nothing like some college football on a Friday. I know last Friday we had NFL, and what a game that turned out to be. But yeah, college football today. Let's see how it goes. All right, Kansas State with the football from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback, gonna keep it. Quarterback picks up about 3 yards there on the play. So now we got second down coming up. So already you see the first play, they already get him going on the ground there. So that lets you know the kind of game to look out for from him. He's going to want to use them legs. All right, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Looking to pass, throws it incomplete near the sideline. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 7. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out after seeing the kind of drive that Arizona put together last time. You want to find a way to get this first down. Meanwhile, if you're Arizona, this 3 and out is exactly what you want. It's exactly what you want. All right, shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Snaps it, looking, throws it, gets the completion. Now he's going to be short. He's going to be short. He's going to be short here. 4th down coming up. So 4th and 1 from their own 34-yard line. Do you roll the dice here? Go for it. I'd probably quarterback keep it and go for it, honestly. After what we saw Arizona do to your defense there, I feel like you want to go ahead and try to respond or at least pick up a couple first downs so your defense doesn't get too tired out too fast. And they're going to listen to JB. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 1. Quarterback sneak. So they do listen to JB. Got my quarterback standing up like a statue. We got guys jumping all over the pile here. I don't know what to say. I don't know where this one's at. Let's see what the referees say. Arizona thinks they stop him. Is the referee saying that he's sure? Let's see what they mark it at. Oh man, I mean, either way, that was an excellent job there by Arizona there, because that was tough. That was tough. Samuel says like and subscribe and have that notification bell turned on. That's right. I appreciate that, Samuel. Absolutely. So after going for it there, fakes it to the back, quarterback looking, quarterback on the move, quarterback running, throws it, gets a big. Oh, he dropped that. How do you drop that? How do you drop that? Oh my goodness. It was there. It was there. Wow. Show me a replay here. So you get open, quarterback on the move, throws it to you. You just dropped it. He just dropped it. Oh my goodness. That looks like one of those Quentin Johnson type of drops right there. He just dropped it. Lewis said, go for it. Samuel said, thank you, buddy. Of course, thank you. Lewis shaking his head there, disappointed. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Avery, he's going to keep it himself. If the receiver won't do it, he says, I will do it. And he picks up 19 yards there on the carry. Let's go. Let's go. Lewis says, sit him down. He says, hashtag sit him down. Oh, man. Talk to me, Lewis. I know for your Chicago Bears, in which that's going to be one of the games that we do stream and stuff like that this week. The injuries you guys have at wide receiver, like, it's a little concerning. You at least need one of those guys to be able to go, whether it's Keenan Allen or Odunze. You need one of them to go. All right, fakes it to the back, throws it, gets a nice completion. That's going to be a pickup of approximately about 8 yards on the play. Now we got a 2nd and 2 situation coming up here. So now we got Kansas State moving the ball here. We saw what Arizona did. They moved the ball methodically. But now Kansas State, they are looking to try to respond. This is what it's all about. Two teams here, both ranked, both undefeated. Only one team can remain, and they're both playing to their strengths right now. Let's go. 2nd and 2. Shotgun. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Fakes it to the back. Throws one up there deep. Oh, man, completely incomplete. Completely. His guy never had a chance. But with the rush coming there, I guess you had no choice. Look at that. His chain all over the place here. So we got 3rd and 2. So on 3rd and 2, I think we know what to do. Give the option to hand it to the back or keep it himself. That seems like the most obvious play, because even if you don't get it, as long as you don't lose yards, you can always go for it. Lewis says that's how you come out strong. That's how you come out strong. 3rd and 2. Can Avery Johnson lead his squad to get a 1st down? Gives it to the back, and the back is going to get the 1st down. Picks up 5 yards. DJ Giddens on the carry. 1st and 10 at the Arizona 32-yard line. Current drive, 9 plays, 43 yards, 3 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. So, man, these two teams are doing exactly what they want to do in terms of the driving the ball here. I mean, my man Chain hanging on by a thread. All right, 3:50 to go here in the 1st. Shotgun formation again. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Johnson looking. Johnson feeling the rush. Johnson throws it. Oh, it's incomplete. Is this the same guy dropping it? Is this the same guy dropping it? What is going on? Talk to the kid before JB talk to him, Lewis. Talk to him. Talk to him. Samuel, we might have to put you out there at wide receiver tonight, because this is unacceptable. Look at this. Now, I get it. It's a little high. I get it. But you get a hand on the ball. You get a hand on the ball. Oh, man. 2nd and 10. Hands it to the back off the left side. Oh, look at that space. Look at that space. When you have the threat of the quarterback like that, that's going to open up a big one. And DJ Giddens picks up 18 yards there on the play. Now we got a 1st and 10 from the Arizona 14-yard line. Oh, man. Let's see. RC, what's good with you? RC, yeah, so you change your name again there. RC loves his Iowa Hawkeyes and Aces. Okay. You say, JB, I just opened up a new package I got in the mail. It's a custom Caitlin Clark jersey shirt. And so what? Hey, did you do like some type of unveil on your channel where you basically recorded it so we can see the unveil of it? Hands it to the back, right up the middle. Look at that. 8 yards on the play. He's got 3 carries for 31 yards. Look at him. So right now, Kansas State moving the ball on the ground at will, guys. And so, yeah, I know it's a different profile picture as well. And so let's see. Lewis says, how is he a shortstop? You say, and can't catch a football. It's a bigger ball. And so, right? Laney says, if you touch the ball, you got to catch it. Exactly. Especially something like that. Especially something like that. You're already up there. Just snag the ball. 2nd and 2. Running back's going to pick up a yard on the play. If the quarterback would have kept it, I feel like that would have been a touchdown there. You should have kept it. Sometimes you got to be a little bit more selfish. RC says she has the Iowa jersey on and a big crown full of rubies on her head. Oh, wow. Nice, nice. Samuel says, hi, RC. Nice. Yeah, and the change profile picture as well. So, ah, man. All right, so here we go. Current drive 13 plays 70 yards in about 5 minutes and 40 seconds in turn time session off the clock. Slot receiver goes in motion. Gonna hand it to the back, and the back's gonna get the first down. Picks up 2 yards on the play. So right now, Giddens getting a ton of carries. Got a first down, 1st and goal. 1:32 to go here in the first. All right, Giddens is gonna head to the sideline there. So both of these drives here, the running backs have getting a lot of looks here, a lot of looks, and this time is certainly shrinking. So Lewis, they're moving the ball, but they're taking a lot of time to do it. All right, 1st and goal. Fakes it to the back, throws it, gets the completion, and he knows how to hold on to the ball. That's an easy touchdown to your tight end, Will Swanson. So how about that? So Kansas State responds with a touchdown of their own. RC says, yeah, JB, I did a slight unveil on the channel, but it's not posted yet. It's only 2 minutes long. And so, hey, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I feel like something like that to get a lot of views. And you say, Samuel was good. Lewis says, punch it in. He says, punch it in. And now he says, that's a touchdown. So, yes. Yes. So let's see if they get the extra point to tie this one up at 7-7. Again, both teams took off a lot of time. They both had long drives. Kansas State, that was a 15-play drive right there for 75 yards. So, man, both defenses are going to tire out in this one. But, yes, that is a touchdown. As RC said, JB, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much last night. The Dolphins got upended and thrashed. And so, hey, JB did say the Bills were going to win, but I didn't expect it to be like that. And I am mad that they had my boy Tyreek out there like pretty much like a non-factor for the whole game. Sorry to hear about what happened with Tua, because when I saw the replay there, clearly Tua committed to going, like full speed with that run. And Tua should be counting his lucky stars that DeMar Hamlin was not going in there with the intent of like a nasty hit or something like that. It seemed like he was really like on that play, like cradling Tua's head after Tua initiated the contact there, leading head first. Head first. It's like he didn't think to slide. He went in there head first and just completely just ran his head into the man chest. Like it was just a bad, bad thing right there. And if he was going against someone that just is like a big hidden safety that just goes out there and just any chance he gets once they light him up and stuff, that could have been even worse, honestly. So, but that's extremely dangerous right there. But as for Miami as a whole, yeah, that was an embarrassing look, an embarrassing look. Let's see. RC said, JB, I finally got my subs to spike again. You said you was in low, man, where it was stuck on 774 for weeks and weeks. And so now it's at 789. And so, hey, that's how it be. That's how it be. That's really how it be. And so honestly, like for me, I guess I focused more on live streams because like if somebody's gonna subscribe, I rather have 20 new subscribers throughout the month who actually gonna tune in whenever I go live, as opposed to adding, I guess, like 200, and then at the 200 they never like actually check out any content other than just the one video, subscribed, and it just goes to the back burner and stuff like that. So that's why I focus more, I guess, on live streams. Although I know that if I'm going to grow, like in terms of my subscribers faster, I certainly need to put out more videos, especially shorts. That is something that I have not utilized there and stuff like that. But JB is very focused with these live streams. It takes up a good amount of JB's time. So, but absolutely. I'm ready for you to crack that 1,000 though. I am. He said, JB, isn't it odd and irony that it was DeMar Hamlin that was the tackler? I said the same thing. I said the same thing. Exactly. I said the same thing. Braden, what's good with you? Did you purchase that Malik Willis jersey? Oh man. What if this is Malik Willis's time to shine and he ends up pulling what Tom Brady did to Drew Bledsoe? What if this is the like out of nowhere? And the Wildcats are going to take over from their own 17-yard line. Arizona, I mean, they're both Wildcats in this one. So Arizona, last time out there, they ran it. They had 14 plays on the drive. Man, this quarter went by extremely fast. Let's see how this one continues to play out. And so, Kenneth, what's good? Kenneth says, hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I am great. There's nothing like a Friday night. JB loves Friday nights. I mean, it's probably my favorite time of the week, honestly, with the exception probably being Saturday, just because more college football games on a Saturday. Plus, I still got Sunday to look forward to. So, but Friday's certainly up there. It's certainly up there. But I am doing great. And you say you're doing good tonight and busy with family. You say your first anniversary for your great grandmother. And so, um, for your grandmother. And so, oh man, okay, okay. Well, definitely understand and hoping that you and your family is doing well. Best of wishes there, and certainly take care of yourself, Kenneth. Certainly understand that. Always a pleasure to have you come through. Magic Man, what's good? He says football is pain. You say first love, now Tua. Can someone turn the injury setting off? You know what? You know what? It is something about those the game between the Packers and the Eagles was that was Friday night, right? It's something about those Thursday night games and Friday night games for the NFL that it's just, I don't know, it's like an increase of injury or something like that. And it really seems to happen on those primetime matchups, particularly if it's not Monday night. Monday night seems to be the only one that doesn't get impacted by that, but absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, the good news for Love is that Love will return, but Tua, we don't know. We don't know. This has to be a serious conversation because we all sat here a couple years ago and saw Tua go through something that just scarred us badly. So this has to be a real conversation for him. Real conversation. Braden says no, he hasn't purchased the jersey yet. Gotcha. Hey, Braden, what's going on with your fantasy team? What's going on with your fantasy team, man? Last year, you was up there. What's going on this year? RC says, JB, I'm practicing patience with my other channel. The football channel only got 11 subs, but the views are big. And so, hey, let it come. Because what you want is you want your community to reflect, the culture that you want to have. So it starts with the foundation. Because when somebody new comes on here for the most part, unless they're just a troll or something like that, they'll see how you guys, converse, and then they'll follow that line. Whereas another channel might have more controversy where people are calling each other out and stuff like that. And it can get a little toxic and stuff. So as long as you grow at a steady rate, but the people that you do get, they come in and they represent what you represent. And they, in terms of like culture rise and stuff for your channel and what you want to see represented, all will be good. Meanwhile, Wildcats run the ball, lose a yard there for Conley. Second and 10 coming up from their own 17-yard line. Again, this is their second offensive drive here of the game. Let's see what they do here. I'm with Lewis here. I want to see them go deep and hit a deep one. Hit a deep one. So Absolutely. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Looking, throws it, gets the completion. McMillan. All right, so McMillan picks up about 6 yards on the play. 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter, all tied up 7-7. That first quarter went by fast because both of these teams kept getting first downs, running the ball, keeping the clock moving. That first quarter went by super fast, guys. Super fast. RC says, JB, what games you doing tomorrow, if any? Yeah, good question. Tomorrow, the first game that JB is going to be doing is the LSU versus South Carolina game, and that's going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So 12 o'clock Eastern time. LSU versus South Carolina. So RC, I know that's a game right there that if it was college hoops for the women's side, you'd be fired up for it. But I believe that this one won't disappoint. This one won't disappoint. And so again, that's 12 o'clock Eastern time, LSU versus South Carolina. The second game is going to be Colorado versus Colorado State, and that one's going to be at 7:30 Eastern time. Again, Colorado versus Colorado State at 7:30 Eastern time. It's the second game that JB is going to be streaming tomorrow. And so I definitely muled that one, thought about it. At the end, I said I'll go ahead and do it because I said that I'll stream a Colorado game this season, and this may be the most evenly matched one that I see up there. So I did that. I did give some consideration to doing the Georgia Kentucky game, but ultimately, I felt like Kentucky just they're not going to hang with Georgia for 4 quarters. So I chose one that I feel like would be more competitive. So those are the two games that JB will be doing tomorrow. Let's see. Magic Man says you're not a fan of Tua being a quarterback from Miami, but as a person, you hope he's okay. He does need to retire. And so, I mean, that's obviously a conversation that he needs to have. His family needs to talk with him as well, because you got to think about, the time you can spend with your family moving forward. It's a lot of things to consider. A lot of things to consider there. But certainly, one thing's for sure: you can't keep having these concussions because every time you do, it just takes away the quality of your life moving forward, each time if this continues to be a theme, and it already has been. And so there's so many factors. Last year, Tua put on weight and stuff like that to try to counter, being injured as much. This year, he lost the weight, and already that's the conversation. So if you're Miami, you just gave him that big contract too, and which obviously this was something you should have taken into consideration there. Now, I want him to get as much money as he can get, which I honestly don't know the details of how that would work for him if he were to retire, but retiring is certainly a conversation he needs to have. And I feel like you have to. You got to think about if there's one thing more important than the game, it's, it's your life. All right, Lewis says he needs another touchdown in this quarter. Then he quickly says, never mind, the quarter's done. Braden says LSU versus South Carolina is going to be interesting. Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I did pick LSU to win. But it can go. I can see South Carolina winning it too. All right, so 3rd and 4 here for the Wildcats. Throws it. Incomplete. Where is he throwing that one? I guess they both just misread the secondary there, but Arizona will now have to punt the football. So that time, while the Kansas State defense stepped up. Let's see. RC says you got a family event and family member life celebration memoriam attend tomorrow at 2:30 to 6:30. So you might not be able to watch your Fighting Irish. And so, oh well, I certainly understand that, and absolutely, certainly, good reason to certainly miss it there. Don't worry, Notre Dame, you'll be able to see the replay there, certainly. But absolutely, man, I understand that. That's very important there. And as always, prayers for the family as well. As Darcy said, you said, JB, I told my dad the other day, if it was up to me, I would stay home and watch some football. What did he say to that? What did he say to that? And so Samuel says, JB, name is work. And so the name of the work that I do, and so JB works in sales and stuff like that. Now, I can't give out too much information and stuff like that. At some point we got to draw the line. But JB works in sales and stuff like that for my occupation there. So that's the type of work that JB does. Oh man, what a return. So JB turned his head for a second there, and already there was a touchdown. Wow. So JB missed the most important play there, a 71-yard return for a touchdown. Wow. Let's see. Magic Man says if Tua goes ahead and plays again, it's only a matter of when, not if it happens again. And so, I mean, it's very unfortunate. I think about a guy like Joshua Quibbs, he was a returner for the Cleveland Browns back in the day. And so, absolutely, when let's see, but yeah, that was pretty much. Hold on, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, absolutely. JB actually lost his train of thought there. And so, but yeah, Samuel, I cannot give out too much information and stuff like that. All I'm gonna say is that I work in sales and stuff like that. So you got to guess the rest of that. But that's all JB feels comfortable giving out in terms of information about JB. So absolutely. Let's see. RC says, JB, I need advice. I did a video, no effects of any kind, just talking about how I was gonna quit your channel. And you said you wasn't sure, you still loved why you do YouTube and how you fought through it and kept pushing. And so I understand that. I understand that. I too had to come with that question earlier in the year when I had lost my old job and stuff like that. So I was unemployed for a little bit. And then that period where I stopped streaming, because like I had to really ask myself, like, do I really want to continue at that point? It was just something to where it was a lot. It was a lot, the time commitment and stuff it takes. And virtually, like, even though, I've got more than 2,000 subscribers, I don't get very much money for the videos and the live streams that I do and stuff like that. So all that I do is volunteer. And I got another project that I am working on that takes a lot of time as well. So outside of work, I have the other project in which I'm creating my own trading card game, but I'm the brains behind it all. So I've created the rules. I'm creating a lot of the cards, and I'm trying to create like a ton of cards and stuff like that so that I can present my idea once I get it patented and stuff like that. I can present my idea and see if they, catch on to it. If not, then I'll just go through the process of what it takes to, create it myself and stuff like that. So I've got that project, and that project takes me a lot of time because I have to be very creative with each and every card. So it takes some time. So when you combine that plus this, it's usually overlapping in terms of me having to choose one or the other. So I had to really ask myself if I still wanted to go through with it. Because like once you start getting to the point where we're midway through the season, towards the end of the season, 3, 4, 5 streams a week, it starts to add up. It starts to add up, especially, your boy, once I figured out I had diabetes about like a year and a half ago. So it was a lot. It was a lot. So that took a lot of my energy too once I started doing that. Lewis says, how JB? Samuel says Toledo versus Mississippi State is it going to be interesting? And so I do want to see how Toledo matches up against Mississippi State, Samuel. I feel like for Mississippi State, I expect them to win, but I need to watch a little bit more of this Toledo team to see just how close it's going to be. But I expect Mississippi State, when it's all said and done, to go out there and get that victory. But I'll admit this year, I'm not as familiar with Toledo as I was with last year's Toledo team. So JB does need to watch. Let's see. RC says, and so my advice I'm asking is, should I post a video because it's not really sports related? Absolutely, because I feel like that's going to get you a lot of not just a lot of views and stuff like that, but I feel like it is important to also have those real conversations because there's a lot of things. I remember a year ago I saw this guy who was he was a big time YouTube streamer. I forget his name, but he was mostly big outside of YouTube. He just brought everybody from those other platforms over to YouTube, and he was having like a real discussion, and he ended up quitting his channel. He ended up making the decision to quit his channel. He says it was just a lot on him. It was just too much for him. So he ended up quitting his channel. So that is something that is real. So it certainly can help a lot of people. I feel like in addition to sports, I mean, sports teaches you life lessons. They teach you life lessons. And so what you're presenting is a life lesson. So in a way, you know, It is very helpful. It may not be specific to sports, but it still is something to where sports teaches you life lessons. And that video right there is certainly falls in line with that. So I would say, yes, my advice, post the video. Fafita on the move, throws it incomplete, but there is a flag. There is a penalty. So yeah, JB would say certainly post it. RC said he didn't say anything, JB. He just looked at you and shook his head. Looked at you and shook his head. And so, oh man, Lewis says JB sells picks. If that's the case, JB would be out of job. Let's see. Magic Man says other information about JB. He is a fan of the most obnoxious teams in all of sports, Ohio State and the Patriots. How is Ohio State up there? How is Ohio State up there? We are the most attacked of any team, but to call us the most obnoxious, what? More than Alabama? More than Notre Dame? You called out the Ohio State Buckeyes? And as of late, Michigan's been up there as well. Gets the completion to McMillan, picks up 11 yards on the play. Let's see. And it says, what a catch. Samuel says, hey, you JB is on Roku TV. And so Roku TV, oh man, I used to have me a nice Roku TV back in the day. But that was back in the day. But I mean, hey, I wish that they would put your boy up there. RC says, JB, I want a cold turkey on my channel due to depression. You say the time recording and the editing takes, dealing with anxiety, ups and downs, issues at work, also having to deal with family too. It's a lot. It can add up. It certainly can add up. Meanwhile, Conley picked up 6 yards on the carry, 3rd and 3 coming up for the Arizona Wildcats at the Kansas State 30-yard line. And again, Kansas State, they scored that touchdown off that big punt return for 71 yards. And so now Kansas State's up 14-7. Arizona facing a 3rd and 3 here in the second quarter with 12:45 to go. Can they convert? Can they convert? I'd like to see them just go deep for the end zone here. Go deep, play fake, go deep, hit that end zone. That's what I'd like to see them do. Fafita's looking, throws one deep. He listens to JB. Oh my goodness, but the results was not what JB wanted. An interception. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Wow. Never mind. He listened to JB up until the touchdown part. He threw that interception. That is not what you needed there. Not what you needed there. Wow. It would have been nice though. It would have been nice. But yeah, RC, you bring up straight facts, man. Straight facts. I too myself have thought about posting some videos to where it's more so just about life inspirational stuff or just, talking about real life issues, because that's all real. That's all real. I got a friend who tells me all the time, like, hey, why don't you post more videos? It's super easy and stuff like that. All you got to do is just post videos. And I'm like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. But yeah, let's see. Matchman says not as bad as Notre Dame. I'll give you that. But you're saying that we're worse than Alabama. You're saying we're worse than Alabama. Let's see. Braden says, JB, I think Florida State's the most attacked team. And so, well, good reason. For good reason. They fell apart. People love to attack teams when they're vulnerable. So believe me, I mean, we see how often that is for the Patriots now. After all those years of dominating, it goes to show it doesn't matter how long you dominate. At some point, when you go back to being normal, everybody's coming for you. And there's years of resentment. But and how could you say the Patriots more than the Cowboys? How could you say that? Braden says no. RC says, JB, people don't understand. Even if you have free apps, software, and whatnot, you still have to put the time in to edit, create, copy, and paste, making time to record on the spot with no noise. And so, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Uh-oh. I see some. I see. Braden says he shouldn't have listened to me. I was just giving the man some ideas, Braden. I didn't tell him to throw the interception. If he threw that ball better, it would have been a touchdown. Oh man. Lewis says, what you do, JB? And so, oh man, this is not working out the way JB intended. And so Magic Man says, yeah, worse than Alabama. How so? How so? I am shocked. I am flabbergasted. We represent the people, Magic Man. What are you talking about? To say that we're worse than Alabama, that is just that is current day blasphemy right there. I can't believe you go that far, Magic Man. I understand disliking us, but to go that far, really, really, come on. That hurts JB. That hurts JB. JB has been nothing but supportive and stuff like that. I represent the Ohio State fan base for the most part, and I have not taken shots on any team outside of maybe Michigan or Notre Dame. I don't even take shots like that against Alabama because, as a Patriot fan, I understand the pressures that come when your team constantly wins. RC says, "Magic Man, leave your Notre shame alone." All right, so Kansas State. Running back keeps it. Oh man, look at the space in which he is running with, taking it all the way, still on his feet, still running. He won't be stopped to the 48-yard line. So Dalen Edwards there with the carry. My goodness, 24 yards on the play and a first down in the process. Look at that. He was just shaking guys off, shedding defenders. Wow. So first and 10 from the Kansas State 48-yard line. Shotgun formation. Fakes it to the back, throws one up there, incomplete. Incomplete. But you still got to throw one up there just so that way the defense has to respect the fact that you're willing to go deep. Let's see. Matchman says the Poles need to leave Notre Dame alone. He said Notre Dame hasn't been relevant since the 80s. RC said, who Iowa football team play this week? That's a good question. That is a very good question. I do not know off the top of my head who they play this week, but that is a good question. Could they be on a bye this week? Another carry here for the back. He gets stuffed after picking up a yard. So now 3rd and 9 coming up. So we got 3rd down coming up. But let me see if I can find that for your RC. Oh, you guys play Troy. You guys play Troy. So that's an easy W right there. They're 0-2. You guys play Troy. Braden says, oh, I understand that, RC. All right, so out of the shotgun, Johnson looking to pass, throws it, slings it, gets the completion. Even the camera was shocked on that one. I think the cameraman was expecting him to take off and run, but that was a Johnson to Johnson completion for 16 yards. Kind of a Johnson thing. Again, wide receiver number 10, Keegan Johnson with the reception, takes it all the way to the Arizona 35-yard line and a fresh new set of downs to work with. All right, I need Kansas State quarterback to take off and run here on this play. Just don't fumble it. Don't follow my advice and mess it up. Fakes to the back. He's looking, throws it. Nice completion there. Picks up 6 yards. 2nd and 4 coming up. RC said that's not true either. Lewis says run, run, run. Let's see. Samuel says, and so my advice is asking if I post the video because it's not really Mississippi Alley related. And so I say post it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Post it. Absolutely. Up, that looks like a penalty right there. So clearly, they probably was about to run that ball. He was trying to get a head start. Got to keep your head on the swivel there. But false start backs him up 5 yards, and now it's going to make it 2nd and 9 at the Arizona 34-yard line. So that does help out Arizona defensively. Braden says missed them bad. RC said, JB, at this point, real spill, Irish might as well join a conference. Like, come on. I've been feeling that way for a long time. For a long time. All right, Avery Johnson back there in the shotgun. Arizona bringing pressure. And, oh, man, he chooses to run the ball now. And he's going to lose a yard in the play. 3rd down coming up. Yeah, I need him to break a big run or two. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Gives it to the guy. Oh, man, look at that. Can he? Nope, not even close. So 4th and 5. Giddens there on that carry, 5 yards. So 4th down coming up with 8:32 to go here in the second quarter. Again, right now, Kansas State up 14-7. Magic Man says that maybe Notre Dame can join the UFL, maybe. All right, so this is going to be a field goal attempt here by Chris Tennant for Kansas State. All right, this is a 48-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. So Arizona gets a stop defensively. Yeah, that time it just never had a chance. Big miss there for Kansas State. Big miss. As he says, JB, I also said in the unreleased video that if I have to feel incredibly pressed or stressed to put out content or go live, then I'm going to step down or step away for a minute, get my thoughts together. And so that's exactly what you got to do. That's exactly what you got to do, you know, because that comes first. That comes first in order for you to really be yourself and at your best. Because the people that check out your content, they love to see when you're at your best. So if it takes you having to step away, it takes you having to miss a couple, streams and stuff like that. We're not robots, we get tired. We have a regular day job. So it's not like those who actually, get paid all that money to actually just only focus on sports and stuff. All of us, we got jobs that we're working in addition to this. So yeah, it's going to get tiring. And sometimes things come up, as you mentioned before with family to where, it's a lot to have to deal with that. You just got off work and then you got to, put a smile on, get in front of the camera, go live or post another video and you're feeling fatigued. And that's not even talking about like health stuff and all like that. So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. So absolutely. Sometimes you got to step away. You got to step away. That is certainly something that JB has certainly realized is extremely important within the last like year and a half. Lewis says needs another drink. Oops, you meant another touchdown. We know what you meant, Lewis. We know exactly what you meant. And so Samuel says, thank you, buddy. And so of course, and definitely let me know when you do so that way I can check it out. And so, Mike, do my eyes deceive me? We got Mike in the building says, yo, JV on vacation. And so, oh man, you're living a life. You're living a life, Mike. What's good with you? Now that we've got Mike here, I can go ahead and do what I've been waiting to do for a good second here. So give JB 1 minute, guys. We're here at the commercial, so we're not missing anything. And so Mike says, stopping in to say, yo, appreciate that, Mike. And you say, how them Dolphins do, Mike? Your Bills didn't have to do it to them. They didn't have to do it to them. I did say that your Bills were going to win. Now, I did give the people a heads up that that was going to happen. But, oh, man, I mean, what happened with Tua and stuff like that, that was tough to watch. Now, obviously, I didn't get to watch the game myself when it was live because I had Wi-Fi issues at the time, but I saw the highlights. That was extremely tough. But, man. All right, let us see. All right, let me see. All right, so Mike, I just added you as a mod so that way later on in the season when you do like your power rankings and stuff like that and you want to share a link or something like that, you'll have the ability to do so. So I just made you a mod, Mike. I've been meaning to do so for a while, but I finally was able to do that as thanks to I think RC told me how to do it from my phone because I wasn't using my phone before to do it. Uh-oh, Fafita's in trouble. And he just throws this one away. Just throws this one away. 3rd and 2 coming up. Again, second quarter with 7:16 to go. But yeah, them Dolphins didn't do much at all. Let's see. RC says Aces 60, Fevers 57, heading to the fourth quarter. Okay, word. And so let's see. Lewis says, oh, that's great. Samuel says, post soon, new video vlog. So yes, okay. I'm looking forward to it, Samuel. That's gonna be great. And you say your YouTube channel too. You've got another YouTube channel? You saying you got a second one? All right, they hand it to the back, and he gets the first down. So Conley picks up 3 yards there. Needed 2. He got 3 and a first down. 7:05 to go here in the second quarter. So both of these teams came out fast in their opening drives. I should say came out strong in their opening drives, and now they're trying to rekindle what made them successful early on. But excellent job to get that first down before his knee actually touched the ground there. So let's see. Mike says, man, thanks, JB. Of course, Mike. Appreciate you, Mike. I mean, we've been here for years, me and you. So we go back. Braden says Bills look good. And so they did. They did. And that goes to show that maybe Arizona might actually be better than a lot of people give them credit for this season, because they did fight the Buffalo Bills extremely hard. But it's like I said during the weekly talk show and stuff like that. What I saw from Miami against Jacksonville showed me like, hey, they shouldn't have won that game, but they did, but they did not look like they were last year. All right, let's see. So it's Samuel Wilkerson point. Okay, bet. Let me go ahead and find it right now. Let me find it right now. All right. Let me find it right now. All right, I found you. I found you. All right, I found you and I subscribed to you, Samuel. All right, absolutely. And I see the videos that you got here. Oh, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that tugboat one for the Louisiana River and Mississippi River. That looks nice. That looks nice. Okay, okay. All right, here we go. 1st and 20 right now for Arizona. Fafita looking, throws it, gets the completion. Oh, did he stay on his feet? Picked up 11 yards there. If he could have kept his balance, I feel like that would have been something if he would have kept his balance there. But second down coming up. All right, let's see. But Braden's got the Cardinals beating the Rams, and so it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. All right, Mike says, been great times too, JB. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll never forget the time that I put you on that sweet potato pie and stuff like that, which, again, thinking of sweet potato pie got me thinking about Thanksgiving coming up soon. But here we go, guys. 2nd and 9. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Fafita in the pocket. He's on the move now, looking downfield, throws this one away. Incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up. Right now, Noah Fafita is currently 9 of 15 for 112 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. But on 3rd and 9, can he find a way to get a first down here for his squad? Samuel says, my card number 1, number 01, you say General Lee jump. And so, yes, let me, absolutely. But yes, some good videos up here for sure. All right, so 3rd and 9. Throws it, gets the completion, and look at that. Excellent job to get the first down on 3rd down. And he waited to the last possible second while he was on the move to throw that one. Picked up, looks like 12 yards there on the play and a first down to Lamonius Craig. He did take a hit on that play, but it was all worth it at the end of the day to get that first down. So now with a fresh set of downs to work with, shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. It's a run play off the left side. Conley. Oh, look at that. Conley picks up 11 yards, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. They just won't let Conley be great. They won't let him be great. So after that penalty, backs him up 10 yards. Now we're looking at 1st and 20 from the Arizona 44-yard line. It's the 3rd penalty on this drive. So once again, Fafita's got to come out here and make it happen. Gets the snap. Shotgun, looking, on the move. He's going to run. And he's going to pick up 5 yards there on the carry. But wait a minute. Another flag. Another flag. Oh my goodness. Now we're looking at 1st and 30. What's going on? What's going on? Samuel says he's got 9 videos on his YouTube channel. And so, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So definitely worth checking out for sure. How long have you had that channel, Samuel? I know it's at least a couple years, but how long have you had that channel? But man, look at that. So every time something goes good right now for Arizona, it's another penalty. Is there any way that Noah Fafita can pick up 30 yards? Let's see. Throws it, gets the completion. This guy picks up about 6 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd and 24 coming up from the Arizona 40-yard line. Again, penalties have been destroying it, but can they overcome their own mistakes? RC says Las Vegas 67, Fever 62 with 5:20 to go in the 4th. Oh, wow. Okay. I actually did watch the game yesterday and stuff like that because I actually was monitoring some of the player props in that one. So I actually did watch when they played yesterday. Play fake. So screen gets it to him. Can he make 45 miss? And 45 gets him, but he did pick up 13 yards there on the play. That's a big time play. So now you got 3rd and 11 coming up here after picking up 13 at the Kansas State 47-yard line. So through 2 plays, you managed to make it to where 3rd down is somewhat reasonable, So let's see. Mike says that Von Miller looks so back. That he did. Phoenix, what's good with you? Phoenix, I had a feeling you'd come through for this one. And you say Kansas State, let's go. He says Kansas State, let's go. All right, so Samuel's had his channel since November 17 of 2021. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. RC says, JB, I'm going with Colorado State. And so, okay, so he's going with Colorado State. Okay. I just want a good game. I want to see a lot of passing yards there for different reasons for my player props. But as long as it's a good game, that's what JB really wants to see. Just a good game in general. Now, I did pick Colorado to win this one, but hey, JB won't be mad too much if they lose. Let's see. Mike says University of Buffalo, Ingram, some picks on Tua. You say huge game. Cam Lewis, some good plays last night, and he's from UB too. And so, yeah, hey, that's how you get them. That's how you get them. It's really unfortunate the injury that happened with Tua, though. Extremely unfortunate, but the kid's got to think about his future. Got to think about his future. That comes first over everything. But again, we're currently right now at the commercial thanks to the timeout that was called there by Kansas State. When we come back, Arizona's facing 3rd and 11 from the Kansas State 47-yard line. It was once 1st and 30, but they managed to work their way up there on 2 plays to where it's now 3rd and 11. But they've got to avoid the penalties because right now they've had like 3 penalties in this drive so far. Penalties are destroying them. Every time they move the ball forward, penalties are hurting them. They got to get away from that. Got to get away from that. RC says Colorado State about to be up for him. And so, you know that. You know that. You know that. Absolutely. Mike says we were all on the edge of our seats rooting Patriots last Sunday. Great game. And so, hey, someone's showing some love there for the Patriots and stuff like that. But yes. Oh, man. And I needed it too. I needed it too, Mike. I needed it too because my fantasy team was not looking good. So your boy needed that. All right, again, we're still at the commercial here. 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go here before halftime, and Kansas State up 14-7. I know Lewis needs some more points to be scored, but now is a good time. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and press that like button. And if you're somebody that's new, let us know that you're new. Go ahead and comment in the chat and let us know who you're rooting for here. Who are some of your favorite teams that you have, across different sports, whether it's football, whether it's NBA, MLB, doesn't matter, hockey, pro, college, all that stuff. Let JB know. Let's see. RC says, JB, I got over 700 videos and 200 likes. You said, I've been mostly consistent. So when I take a small break, it's not because of inconsistency or content producing. And so, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I got to remember how many videos did they say that I posted so far? I think it's like 1,900 videos so far that I've posted, even though I haven't posted a lot of videos lately. All right, 3rd and 11. Throws it while he gets hit. Oh, what a catch on the sideline there. Now the question is, was he out of bounds and came back in? Like, how's that gonna work? All right, they're saying he's out of bounds, came back in. Was he forced out? Yeah, you can't. He didn't reestablish himself back in. Tough break. Tough break. All right, so 4th and 11. Salmon says 9 subscribers on 5 videos. Okay. RC said JB really means Jacoby Brissett and don't let no one tell you different. Really? All right, so there's a flag here for the lay it again. It's going to back him up 5 yards, give him more space for the punt. Again, Wildcats winning. I mean, Kansas State, they're both the Wildcats. So Kansas State winning 14-7. Arizona's about to punt the ball. If you're Kansas State, you got 2 minutes and 16 seconds to work with. You got 2 timeouts. Now, obviously, you had a great punt return earlier that obviously led to a touchdown. So no return here. And let's see what Kansas State does. RC says, JB, you got a Russian Solemn football jersey? And so I do not. Let's see. Mike says, both Bills starting linebackers hurt again. Oh, man. All right, so here goes Avery Johnson for Kansas State. Again, second quarter, 2 minutes and 9 seconds to work with, plus 2 timeouts, 1st and 10 right now from their own 18-yard line. Can he move the ball? He's got 39 yards passing so far in this one. Wouldn't be surprised if he uses his legs some on this drive as well. It all depends on Arizona. Can they contain him? All right, shotgun. Fakes it to the back, throws it, gets the completion, and that's going to be a 1st down, picked up 15 yards there to his tight end. That time it looked like the referee was almost in the way. Mike says Terrell Bernard, pec injury. And let's see, Buffalo Joe Anderson Walk from UB will start. Oh, man, Willie. And Braden kindly shared the link for anybody that wants to check out Samuel's channel and subscribe to him. Absolutely appreciate that, Braden. Let's see, Mike says, who we got playing Sunday? So for Sunday night football, that's a very good question. For Sunday night football, we have, and again, I got to look myself to remind myself, is it the Bears and the Texans? Is that Sunday night football or is that Monday night? I got to remember which one is the Sunday night matchup. We're currently at the commercial, so not missing anything there. Yeah, that's going to be the Bears and Texans that'll come on Sunday night. So yeah, that's the matchup there. The Bears and the Texans. Again, that's in Houston. So at Houston, Bears and Texans. And which of course your boy's going to be streaming that one. That's going to be 8:20 Eastern time Sunday. I'll be streaming that one, and I'll be streaming Monday Night Football as well between the Falcons and the Eagles, which would be 8:15 Eastern time as well. So those are the two NFL ones. And of course, college football tomorrow, doubleheader, LSU, South Carolina, 12 o'clock Eastern time. And then later on at 7:30 Eastern time is Colorado versus Colorado State. Lewis says the game is slowed down and he's mad about it. He is mad about it. Let's see. Braden says this is Samuel's channel. Go subscribe. And so absolutely, absolutely. And let's see. At halftime, we can discuss some of the other games that's taking place, you know, in the NFL. If you would like that, Mike, we can talk about that at halftime in terms of the other games that'll be coming on Sunday earlier in the day. And so, AG, what's good? He says, "What up, JB? What's good with you, AG?" AG to JB. I feel like that would have been a deadly combination in football. AG to JB back in the day. Let's see. RC says, I did a YouTube short about lesser known college women's basketball. I'm sorry, women's ball player named, um, okay, Gianna Kepner. Okay, okay. And you got 200, I'm sorry, 2,000 views. JB, you can't read today. 2,000 views, and you just posted it this morning. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You know what? That reminds me when I saw Jay and the Bay a couple years ago when he posted about, I think it was a player. What was it? It was one of those international players that we get like four of them throughout the year to join a team as a roster exception, and like his entire like community checked out the video. Basically, it felt like it was a lot of views there. So if you can find those players that nobody's talking about, I'm telling you, there's a lot of views there. That looks like Johnson ran for 2 yards. So far, he's got 25 yards. JB needs him to get to about 45. 2nd and 8. A minute 52 to go here in a second. Hands it to the back, and the back gets the first down. Picks up about 11 yards in the carry. He's got 7 carries for 50 yards. DJ Giddens, a minute 44 to go. All right, let's see. Samuel says, I'm you're happy, sad, and so thank you all. And so, of course, Samuel, we got you for sure. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says, who we got? Eagles versus Falcons. She said, Cousins bad start. Barkley exploded. I mean, right now, I got to go with the Eagles. Got to go with the Eagles. 2nd and 1. Threw that one there. Is it a complete? Is it incomplete? Incomplete. I feel like he should have took off and run on that one. I felt like he should have took off and run on that one, but tried to make the pass. 3rd and 1 coming up. RC said, just sub to you, Samuel. All right. Samuel says, God bless. Same to you, Samuel. RC said, JB, when did your power ever come back on? My power came back on. It was probably about 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning when it finally was restored. Well, it wasn't necessarily the power, it was the Wi-Fi that was out. It was an outage. And that time, excellent job there working the sideline there. So Avery Johnson picks up 6 yards himself there. He's got 6 carries for 31 yards. Okay. So yeah, it wasn't until like this morning, like about 6 or 7 Central Time. Laney subbed as well. Appreciate that. AG said, I was looking forward to your stream yesterday, but I saw you had some power. And so yeah, absolutely. And then the scariest injury for Tua as well. Yeah, I mean, to see it again and know that this is a second time, and obviously, that's a terrible sign there. Terrible sign. Throws it, gets the completion. Okay. Mike says, JB, what happened with Marvin Harrison Jr. Slow start? And so, oh man, I'll tell you what, Marvin Harrison Jr. was wide open on that last drive. When I say wide open, he was all by himself behind the defense, but Kyler Murray didn't look his way. Kyler Murray, he doesn't like studying film. Kyler Murray doesn't like reading, like throwing it to him. And for some reason, he said, Kyler Murray was like, it's not my job to throw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. He said that, his words. His words. I guess it's not his job to watch film either. I guess it's not his job to hit the open receiver either. But it seems like for whatever reason, he does not want to feed the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. It feels like for some reason he personally does not want to do that. So that's the only way I can explain it. Quarterback didn't give him an opportunity. I mean, yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. dropped one pass early on, but what, he only had like what, two targets? So I don't know. If it's me and I get a receiver like that, I'm gonna use him. But it's just week one. You know, a lot can change from week one to week two. Clearly, Kyler Murray just doesn't have that trust in him yet for whatever reason. And so RC says, Laney, you still haven't subbed to this page yet. LOL. And so, of course, this is RC's second YouTube channel right there, which focuses on football. And you say, Laney, this is RC. If you're thinking, who in the heck is that? All right, 2nd and 4. Gives it to DJ Giddens, and he's going to pick up a first down. But wait a minute. There is a penalty. There is a penalty. All right, so free play there. That was a free play. Illegal hands to the face there against the defense. Can't do it. Can't do it. Now you got 1st and 10 at the Arizona 18-yard line. Let's see. RC says, JB, as for you, when you disappeared yesterday, I was like, JB must be too tired. And so, oh no, I had Wi-Fi. I posted in the community. Like anytime a stream gets canceled or you're like, what's happening? I always try to post in the community a post to explain, why it got canceled. And so the Wi-Fi had went out probably about an hour before it was like I was supposed to stream yesterday. So it went out about an hour before. So yeah, so when I found out, I was taking a nap, I woke up and I was like, "Oh man, really?" And so I waited a minute and I was like, "It's probably not gonna come back for a while." Because when the Wi-Fi goes out like this, it goes out for a minute. But it wasn't just me, it was like in the area. So it was weather related. So therefore, I was like, okay, so just gonna take a minute. All right, so Samuel says join on December 14th of 2023. Okay, okay, nice, nice. Braden says no problem, Samuel. Again, 38 seconds. Kansas State does have one timeout after this one here. So let's see if Johnson and the offense can find a way to get into that end zone. I personally would like to see Johnson run it in there. That'll make JB's day. All right, so we got trips bottom of the screen. Giddens goes in motion. Shotgun formation. Snaps it. Looking. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Let's see. She says, JB, we need a quarterback that can throw the ball longer than 5 yards. Oh, man. It's like Lewis said, it started off with so much hype, but then, man. AG says, you got to think about retiring. He's still so young and already has so much brain trauma. His brain will be fried by the time he's done playing if he doesn't retire. Absolutely. 1000% agree with that. 2nd and 10. Looking to run. Oh, they're going to get him down there for the sack. They're going to get him for the sack, and he's going to lose 5 yards there. That's not what JB wanted at all. At all. All right, 13 seconds. 10 seconds. Looking. On the move. Gonna reverse it. 5 seconds. Just run. Just run. What are you doing? What is he doing? He didn't try. He didn't give him a chance to get a field goal or nothing. And then he puts his head in his head. He didn't even know what was going on. He didn't even know what was going on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. As RC said, JB, did you hear the news that Riley Leonard suffered an injury to his non-throwing shoulder during the NIU game? And so I did not know that. Mike says that Northern Illinois game. Mike, I know you love the underdogs. I know you love the underdogs. But man, what a massive brain colossal on Avery Johnson's part. Just taking his time. He was not aware of the time. He just completely destroyed all their, like, they really could have tried a field goal. Wow. I'm just in shock. I'm just in shock. And so Braden shares the link to RC's second channel. Again, that focuses on football. So be sure if you haven't already, check it out and subscribe to it. And so appreciate that, Braden. Lewis says sacked. Yes, he was sacked, but then I mean he got the yards back after that, but ended up running out the clock. As a quarterback, it's your job to be aware of the situation. Braden says yes. Mike says if Tua retires, he only has 167 million guaranteed. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, considering the alternative, oh yes, give JB that. Give JB that. AG says can't wait to see Wisconsin. I did consider that Wisconsin Bama game, and I slick did want to stream that one, but in case Wisconsin does get slaughtered, that was the reason why I had to avoid that one, and I also had to avoid the the Georgia versus Kentucky one because I feel like that one's gonna get out of hand as well. So, but yeah, some good matchups tomorrow to look forward to. Braden says terrible clock management. RC says JB. You said I don't know. I kind of want to see Steve Angeli play JB, and so well, careful what you ask for. Careful what you ask for. If there's one thing that we've learned, sometimes the backup is a backup for a reason. All right, and he said, "Hey, you Braden, look my YouTube channel." And so absolutely, Braden says he got you. Mike says we want Wisconsin. He says anybody versus Bama, he's got him. Let's see. RC says Fever 74, Aces 78, 4 seconds left to go. Oh, wow. 4 seconds left to go. Well, 4 seconds. You're going to need to make a three and get fouled by doing it. Let's see. Braden puts the YouTube channel up there. Appreciate that. RC says backup known to act up. Rap bars. Oh, man. Braden says Samuel's other channel. All right. So Mike says, who JB? You say, who's JB and chat Papa John's game? And so that's a great one. And by the Papa John's game, he's referring to your best matchup you're looking for college football tomorrow. And so JB's Papa John pick is going to be, and I have to look at the schedule real quick to make sure that I have my number one game ready, locked, and loaded. So give JB a second to look across the board here. It's a lot of one-sided affairs. I gotta say though, I'm gonna go with the LSU South Carolina one, Mike. That's gonna be my Papa John's number one game of the day. I'm gonna say LSU versus South Carolina tomorrow. That's my number one pick. And so for my Papa John's one. Now my popcorn game, which is my second best one, is going to be Boston College versus Mizzou. Two teams in the top 25. So Boston College, led by Bill O'Brien. I want to see how they look like against Mizzou. Can they really stand toe to toe against a team of that caliber? That's what I want to see. But either way, two ranked teams, sign me up for that. Boston College versus Mizzou. All right, let's see. AG says, take the 167 guaranteed or get more money and keep playing until you're crippled and can't function properly. It's a fairly easy decision for Tua. And so, I mean, yeah, he waited long enough to get that extra bag to secure that 167. That's good money. That's good money. We're not going to sit around here and act like that's a joke. That's good money. You know, I mean, to do what? To go out there and not remember that you have it and then have somebody else spending it on your behalf? Come on now. We got to think about the long term. This ain't your first time. This ain't your first time. It's time to step away. And not only that, not just from his perspective, for the NFL, it's not a good look. All these lawsuits you continuously have from players talking about head trauma, and you literally got a guy who continues to have not just any concussion, it's very visible. And we as a community, when we see the visual of something, it impacts us farther. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. All the stuff that we are hearing about Deshaun Watson, we allow him to keep playing, right? We allow him to keep playing. Why? Because we have not seen the actual videos of it. But a guy like Ray Rice, we saw the video. We saw how bad it looked. So when we saw how bad it actually looked, that completely made it to where the NFL was like, we got to go ahead and make an example out of Ray Rice and stuff like that. So basically, got rid of him for that. So basically, what I'm saying is that seeing Tua continuously go through that on the field, that's disturbing. That's going to push parents to say, I don't want my kid playing football. That's going to take away all the hard work that the NFL is working towards. So that is another reason why the NFL has to seriously step in there, and they're hoping that Tua steps away on his own. But if he doesn't step away on his own, they have to step in at this point, I feel like, because it is hurting the brand of the NFL. Because you have a guy that's continuously going through that. All that stuff you have with the Guardian cap, it doesn't mean anything if we're continuously having the same person go out there and basically look like they're on the brink of just completely their brain being fried out there on the field. The NFL doesn't need that. The NFL does not need someone going out there and completely just on the field like that's the last we see of them and stuff like that. So this is now multiple times. One time we say, okay, they like to say that a concussion doesn't inspire another one or something like that. But come on now, we've seen it 2 times in 3 years, and each time it has looked bad. So at this point, they have to consider it. The Dolphins, they can't say they care about their players if they allow this to continue. The kid clearly, if you ask him, yes, he wants to go out there and play. I mean, you don't make it to this point in the NFL without having the love of the game. So the kid obviously loves the game, but at some point you got to say, look, this is for your own good. I got to stop you. I got to stop you. Because we know what happens with guys who continue to play beyond those head injuries. Guys like Junior Seau, the great Junior Seau, played so many years in this league. And what happened to him? Life was so unbearable for him. He ended up taking his own life and stuff like that. A guy who played linebacker for so many years. This is serious, and it only stacks up. Just because he can stand up doesn't mean he's okay, especially in the long run. So something has to be done. Someone's got to stop him at this point if he won't stop himself. And the NFL, all those lawsuits, how can you seriously say, like, we're doing the best that we can to protect the players if you literally keep letting players go out there when you physically can see that what it's doing to him? You can't leave it to him to save himself at this point, because the love of the game is too strong. You got the love of the game. You also have the knowing that you can make more money to do it. So of course he's probably thinking of it from that perspective. So his family should talk to him, but the NFL, they need to step in. That's how JB sees it. That's how JB sees it. And so let me catch up on the comments here. Mike says the game I'm doing is the most competitive. I agree with that. Simon says, thank you, Braden. AG says, I agree between LSU and South Carolina. And you say BC and Missouri the second, too. And so there it is. There it is. Now, if I had to pick a third game, to me, that I myself personally find of interest for this third game, has nothing to do with, like two teams being ranked and stuff like that. But personally, I feel like if I had to pick a third game, in which I don't know what I would name it, I forget what I would name it there, but the third game for me would probably be Oregon versus Oregon State, because Oregon, they've looked very susceptible the first 2 weeks of the season. They've looked very susceptible going down to Oregon State. So obviously an in-state rivalry right there. And so I feel like that one right there has the potential for an upset, because Oregon, they've won, yes, but Boise State could have beaten them. Boise State could have beaten them. And who did they play the first week? Was it like Fresno State or something like that? I forget who they played, but whoever they played that first. No, it was Idaho. It was Idaho. Even worse, it was Idaho. And Idaho kept it respectable, like 24-14. So you mean to tell me going down to Oregon State, that's going to be a battle. So I want to see that one there. That one is my third game there. So that's JB's top three for tomorrow. That one's going to be a thriller. If you have time to watch it, feel free to watch it. That one's going to be a thriller. Mike says the Saints wrecked the Panthers. That they did. Mike, I know the Panthers are your second team, but Bryce Young, what happened to him? Let's see. Mike says you would retire happy for him, putting the additional year to get that payday, but enjoy it now. Absolutely. Absolutely. This kind of reminds me of that time where we saw, I know it's NBA related, but when we saw Chris Bosh had to retire, obviously a completely different circumstance. So he didn't have a choice and all like that. But you can retire, be a part of the coaching staff, be involved in the Dolphins organization. I'm sure that they'll allow you to do it, so you can continue from the sideline, but you don't need to be on that field no more. If you really want to stay involved in the game, there are other avenues in which you can do it, and which, believe me, in the long run, you'll be glad that you did. AG says JB spitting facts. Mike says, oh, Patriots could easily go 2-0. And so, well, let's, I wouldn't say easily, but every game that we do win is going to be a fight for the Patriots. I will say that the defense gives us a chance. We just got to make sure offensively we don't commit turnovers. We can stay turnover free. Defense can continue to do what they did. We'll have a chance and keep running the ball with Ramondre Stevenson. All right, so Mike says he believes in his boy Malik Willis, and that Malik Willis will take care of the coach. I know Mr. JB does not like that. I know right now he does not like that comment. Mike says players need to have a confirmed concussion limit. What would you put that limit at, Mike? What would you put that limit at? Because that would certainly be something in which it's like, okay, so if we say a concussion, because sometimes if we feel like the player might have a concussion and stuff like that, we'll pull him out to be safe. So does that count as well? What does it look like? Is it a clear-cut concussion without doubt in which he ends up missing like multiple weeks and stuff like that, aside from if it's just a precautionary one that we take him out? Explain the vision behind that one. Let's see. RC said, JB, who you got? Alabama, Wisconsin. Who do you think it'll be a close game? And so to keep it a buck with you, I don't think it'll be close. Bama will win that one. It won't be close. If I felt it was going to be close, I would have streamed that game, but it's not going to be close. It will not be close. Tyler Van Dyke is the quarterback for Wisconsin, coming over from the University of Miami. Last year, he was nothing. He's nothing this year and stuff like that. So Wisconsin will not beat Alabama. Believe me. If it was, JB would have certainly streamed the game if I felt like it was going to go that way. But Bama will certainly handle Wisconsin in that one. So don't get your hopes too high up for that one. It will not be close towards the end. Now, first half, that's up for games, but Jalen Milroe will probably have about 4 total touchdowns in that game against Wisconsin. And Wisconsin, they'll lose. They'll lose. Probably like 31 to like 14, something like that. They'll lose. AG said you had a concussion about 9 months ago and still have effects. You can't see brain injuries from the outside. People with brain trauma look normal, but they're not mentally. And so, exactly, exactly. Everything that we do, everything that helps us function in terms of who we are, it all starts with our brain and stuff like that. And so, sure, that's not in it. That's not something that you can see from the outside, and that makes sense. Our brain's on the inside, so obviously that does make a lot of sense there. But you're right. The effects, that's stuff that you have to continuously live with. And Tua, he's human too. No matter how many, resources they have, you continuously pack on one on top of another and stuff like that. You take something and you break it and you put it back together and stuff like that with glue, with tape, however you want to put it back together. It's never as strong as it was previously. And then you break it again. And it gets even harder to hold it together. There's going to be cracks. There's going to be things that you just have to live with at this point. So concussions are serious, extremely serious. So absolutely. And AG hoping that that those things, they are not going to remain forever and stuff like that. The concussion that you deal with there, I just not found out about it, man. But man, absolutely, concussions is something that you do not play with. That is certainly serious. So I should say I couldn't be a coach. I would get beat up. You said I would say, look, Tua, your career is through ah. Oh man, RC. Samuel says, NFL team, who will win Super Bowl 59? You guys let JB know in the chat who's gonna win Super Bowl 59. Well, he said 59 there. So basically, who's gonna win the Super Bowl? How far am I behind on the comments here? All right, so Mike says, JB, what game would you hate to have to watch? Your Arby's game. And so that's right. The Arby's game, the one that I hate to watch would be I got to look through all of these games here, find one to dislike. Oh, let's see. All right. I think I've got my pick. I got my pick here. My pick is the Ole Miss versus Wake Forest one. Because on paper, it looks like, okay, SEC team versus ACC team. And I know Ole Miss is going to mop the floor with Wake Forest. However, to me, Ole Miss is perhaps the best team that's like fool's gold, in my opinion. Every year, they're going to get ranked high because we as people like offense, and Ole Miss has an offense, but their defense is terrible. It is not built to handle the best teams in the country in the SEC. It's not handled to beat a team like an Alabama. It's not handled to beat a team like Georgia. So to me, until they fix their defense, they're just frauds. But because of how they can go up there and light up a team like Wake Forest and stuff like that at will because of the weapons they have on offense, people are going to confuse them and really believe that this is a top five team, in which, in my opinion, their defense is so bad, they are not a top five team. Top 15, yes. Top five, no. So to me, they are fraudulent, but they're going to look good this week because they're playing Wake Forest. And who is Wake Forest? They're already 1-1. They're already 1-1. They already lost to Virginia. They already lost to Virginia at home. So who is they? They beat North Carolina A&T. North Carolina A&T. What are they? A school that does your phone service or something like that? North Carolina A&T? Come on, man. So that is one for JB that I would hate to have to watch because I hate it when a team that I know is fraudulent has a schedule that's going to make them look good and they're going to keep getting us hyped up every year. And then when they go in this Bama versus Ole Miss, we're going to be expecting a good game and they're just going to get beaten, taken to a corner, get the snot knocked out of them because they're not built to beat the teams that they need to beat to get to where they're trying to get. So that would be my Arby's play right there, Mike. As Jersey said, and what if Florida State drops the game to Memphis? If Florida State drops this one, their coach is gone. He is gone. There's no coming back from that. If they drop this one against Memphis, he is gone. Mike says, mine is Yucky Purdue versus Notre Dame. Samuel says he's got LSU. And you say, I see, look on the TV, the LSU game. And so, okay, nice. Laney says, subscribe to RC's other channel. Okay, and who won the basketball game? That's right. Who won that basketball game? Mike says 2 or 3. Your auto out for the year. You say career limit 4 through 6, depending on studies. And so, okay, that's a solid plan. RC says Laney Fever lost 78-74. They gave tremendous effort. The Fever did, but the Aces are the two-time defending champs. They did put up a fight, though. They did put up one heck of a fight. And if you're just tuning in, we're at halftime right now with the score: Kansas State 14, Arizona 7. All right, let's see. All right, she said, Mike, you love the fighting Irish. He says, what happened against Northern Illinois? Biggest upset ever. And so, yeah, Riley Leonard just struggled, man. Like struggled. Sometimes it's better to stay where you're at. He was decent at Duke. It's not working down there at Notre Dame. But honestly, I felt like when they played Texas A&M, I wasn't impressed with that win over A&M because to me it was two quarterback plays that were bad. It reminds me of last year. I think it was last year when we streamed A&M versus Miami, and I realized in that game that both of them were very fraudulent in that matchup. Somebody had to win the game, but they didn't have the quarterback that it took. Now this year with Cam, Miami's on a different level. They're on a different level. So that should have been the quarterback that Notre Dame should have brought in if they really wanted to compete. All right, said JB, I'm gonna take the easy way out. I'm gonna say my Arby's game is the Arkansas Fine Bluff versus Tennessee State. I feel like you just went to type Arkansas Fine Bluff. I feel like you just went to type that one. Let's see. Bet. Samuel says NCAA college team number 1, Georgia Bulldogs. That's right, they are number 1. RC says Northern Illinois played absolutely more physical and made no mistakes. Hard effort and determination trumps talent every time. The late Kobe Bryant said that. And so, hey, you got to put in the work. Mike says he's a big Fine Bluff fan. Pine Bluff fan. You said, JB, I made a mistake on YouTube short earlier and call him Raleigh Lynn injured. Lynn injured. Oh man, you left one. I'm sorry, you left it up too. Well, I gotta check it out then. I gotta check it out. Oh man, for sure, for sure. All right, let's see. Mike says Boston Scott cut again. Oh man, I didn't know he was cut. Cut again. Oh man. Let's let JB take a second here to see if there's anything that catches JB's attention here for these halftime plays. Meh. All right, let us see. All right, so yeah, nothing. Oh, word. So, okay, so I just need Avery Johnson to come through for your boy. If he comes through for your boy and gets 44 yards rushing on the ground total, which I need him to get probably like another 13 yards on the ground, your boy's going to be happy. But here we go. Kansas State with the football, third quarter, from their own 25-yard line. Three receivers on the play. They got two backs as well. Let's see what he does. Gives it to Giddens, who's going to pick up a yard on the play. Second down coming up here, 2nd and 9. Mike says Hassan Reddick wants to be traded. Yes, he does. Where should he be traded to? Because my man clearly wants to get paid. Let's see. He says, JB, everyone has a word stumbler. Hey, they do. They do. JB does it all the time. You said it comes with talking as much as you do online. Yep. Not only that, just those filler words as well. Although my filler words probably do change every other month. Oh, and they bring him down for the sack. He's going to lose 6 yards there on the play. That's going to hurt what JB needs him to do. I need a big run from Johnson. I need a big run from Johnson here. Mike says fasted 3 minutes in YouTube Sports JB NFL preview. And so, all right, fastest 3 minutes here. Let JB go ahead and pull it up here for Sunday. After this play here, 3rd and 15, out of the shotgun from their own 20-yard line. Looking, throws it, incomplete. Incomplete. So just like that, 3 and out. I need him to use his legs. Stop trying to throw it. Use your legs here. All right. So give JB 1 minute here. All right, so we're getting ready to punt the ball. He's got to punt this one deep. Punts on the way. Gets it from his own 24. Brought down at the 29-yard line, and that is where Arizona will take over for the football for the first time here in the second half. All right, Mike, let's see if we can get this one through here. So NFL games coming up on Sunday. We've got the Saints and Cowboys coming up. The Raiders versus the Ravens in that one coming up as well. You've got the Giants versus Commanders. Chargers versus the Panthers. Colts versus the Packers. 49ers versus the Vikings. Browns versus the Jaguars. Seahawks versus the Patriots. Jets versus the Titans. I'll pause it there for this play. 1st and 10, tight end goes in motion, and they're going to give the ball here to the back, and he's going to pick up 2 yards there. Again, that was Conley on a carry. He's got 12 carries for 46 yards. All right, Buccaneers versus Lions. I'm looking forward to that one. Rams and Cardinals, that should be a good one as well. Steelers versus Broncos, expect a low-scoring matchup there. Bengals versus Chiefs. And then Sunday night, the Bears and the Texans. And Monday night is the Falcons versus the Eagles. All right. Fafita's looking, throws it short, gets it caught by the back, and the back is going to pick up 2 yards on the play. Third down coming up. I'm sure that Lewis is thinking we need a quick touchdown. Need a quick touchdown. RC says Kansas State uniforms from, you say from far away look like the Dallas Cowboys uniform. You got to be very far away, extremely far away for that to be the case. RC says Kansas State quarterback has a quarterback look to him, but is he any good, JB? He's a runner. He's a runner. He's good at running, not so much as a passer. So he's more of a runner, which is why I took his over for rushing, and I need him to get back to doing what he does, run the ball. Now, no, I took the over for his passing, and he's looking for someone. Just has to throw this one away. So fourth down coming up. So the defense is coming out here strong in this one in the second half. That's incomplete. Samuel says RIP Kobe, born August 23rd of 1978 and died January 26th of 2020. I remember it like it was yesterday at age 41. I remember it like it was yesterday. RC says JB, does JB stand for jelly beans? And so you cracked the code there, RC. You cracked the code. All right, punt goes out of bounds. So there'll be no return on this one at the Kansas State 14-yard line. So Kansas State to come back out here offensively. Let's see. Falcons versus Eagles. The Birds war. And he says, JB, do mainly running quarterbacks have good odds of getting drafted ever? Honestly, only the top tier. When I say the top tiers and stuff like that, those who come out like, uh, I'm not going to say Jaden Daniels because he did show that he can throw. The ones who show that they can throw at a high level and stuff like that. The last time a pure, like running first, no type of passing quarterback, in my opinion, was drafted in the first round was when the Broncos took Tim Tebow. That was the only exception I felt like. And at that time, Josh McDaniels, he was experimenting and he felt like he could change Tebow because Tebow had everything else that you could want in a quarterback except the ability to pass the ball, which is the most important part, being able to throw the ball. And so I'm not going to say Justin Fields because Justin Fields in college was pass first. The Bears destroyed him. In college, he was not a running quarterback. He was a pass first guy in college, and he passed it pretty good. It was when he joined the Bears and kept getting hit that he became a runner. So absolutely. Samuel says he's got the Eagles in that one. I got the Eagles as well, Samuel. I do. Let's see. Mike says, does Tony Pollard have good fantasy value? He's got some value. He's got some value. If I'm choosing anybody on that Tennessee team, he's certainly one that comes to mind. Probably second to Calvin Ridley. So I would say yes, because he gets majority of the workload at least from week one. And so they'll utilize him. He had a pretty good week one, actually. And Spears will take away some. I imagine as the season goes on, Tajay Spears will take a little bit more from him, but he's got some value, some good. Now, when we say good, is it elite? No. But is it decent, playable? Yes. So overall, I say it barely qualifies as good, but it is good. Like if you need a running back to get you about 13 fantasy points, 13 to 15, I say that's good. All right, 12:07 to go here in the third. Kansas State with the football again from their own 14-yard line. Let's see what they do here. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Keep going. Keep going. Picks up 13 yards on the play. Let's go. Let's go. JB needed that. Let's go. Mike says Herbert had a bad week 1 in fantasy. And so, oh man, my man Herbert, considering the lack of weapons there, absolutely. But it was nice to see what J.K. Dobbins did. It was nice to see what J.K. Dobbins did. There's an injured player right now for Arizona, so medical staff is tending to him. Again, Avery Johnson just scrambled it and picked up the first down. He's got 10 carries for 43 yards. All right, let's see. Samuel says, hey, your JB is on Sunday night game or Monday night game live streaming. Yes, I'm live streaming both Sunday night and Monday night. Sunday night is the Bears versus the Texans. Yes, I'm live streaming that one. That one is at 7:20. I'm sorry, 8:20 Eastern time. 8:20 Eastern time for the Bears and the Texans. Meanwhile, Dalen Edwards carries it again for 3 yards. And as for the Philadelphia Eagles and Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football, that one's going to be 8:15 Eastern time. So yes, JB will be live streaming both of those games. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Shotgun. Fakes to the back, looking, moving. Will he run? No, he won't. There's a flag. There is a flag. He held on to that one and lost 5 yards, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? JB needs these yards. Stop losing yards. What annoys me right now about Avery Johnson is his lack of awareness. You're literally near the sideline. Throw the ball away. Throw the ball away. But that's what gets me. They're going to decline the penalty there. He just held on to it. He didn't remember before halftime that how much time was on the clock there. So that's what gets me about him. That's what gets me about him. All right, 11:04 to go here in the third quarter. 3rd and 12 from their own 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. Arizona looks like they're going to bring pressure here. All right, you say thumbs up. And you say, am I going to be live streaming next Thursday? And so, oh man, what a big play. Gets the first down, still running, all the way. And he won't get brought down until the 27-yard line of Arizona. What a big time pass play. Oh my goodness. Wow. Excellent job there by the receiver. And I don't think he intentionally threw that ball behind him, but that did help the receiver turn his hip and find an open space. But yes, I'll be live streaming next Thursday night football. I don't know what game that is off the top of my head, but I will be live streaming it. Feeds it to the back, and he is still on his feet, fighting forward. Picks up 8 yards there. Again, Dalen Edwards there, but there is a flag. There is a flag. So let's hold everything. Lewis says, finally a good play. All right, 1st and goal. All right, so on 1st and goal, shotgun. Avery Johnson throws one up there, has his tight end for a touchdown. Arizona so focused on the ground game that they forgot about Braden Lofton for the touchdown. So Lewis, I know you like that. I know you like that. That is a touchdown. Now we'll see if Arizona can find a way to respond. And the extra point is good. So right now, Kansas State up 21-7 right now. And as Lewis said, finally a good play. Big play right there for Kansas State, taking a 21-7 lead. Arizona, how will you respond? I do need Arizona to come back though and score a touchdown here. Let's keep this touchdown train moving. I see that the Kansas versus UNLV game is in the fourth quarter with Kansas up 20-16 right now. I see that that's the case in that matchup, in which that game started before this one started, about approximately maybe about 45 minutes. I mean, about 30 minutes before, 30, 40 minutes. Let me see if I can. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, and that one has about 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go between UNLV and Kansas, in which Kansas is up 20-16, but UNLV has the football and looks like they're in the goal line. So, wow. Samuel says Thursday night football game. Oh, it's the Patriots and the Jets. So, oh, you know your boy will be streaming that one and all like that for sure. So, oh man, that would be very interesting indeed. Man, if we can go out there and stop Rodgers, that'll make my night. That'll make my night. So JB will be extra fired up for that one. Appreciate let me know that one on Samuel. Lewis says, yes, sir. I'd love to see Arizona quarterback go out there and just throw a quick touchdown. All right, so here we go. Kickoff on the way. There will be a return. He's at the 10, 15, 20, brought down at about the 25-yard line. So that's where Arizona will take over. Of course, Samuel. Of course. So now, if you're Arizona here, now is a good time to really get that pass game kicking in gear here in the second half. Mike says you got Devin Singletary, but he's probably not going to get much. And so I got Devin Singletary in one of my leagues, but I think I ended up not starting him this particular week. And it was just a feeling that, like you said, I feel like he wasn't going to get much. It's hard for him to score a touchdown. They need to switch quarterbacks, and maybe they can at least get into the red zone. Fafita looking. Oh, brought down from behind for the sack. He'll lose 5 yards on the play. Second and 15 coming up from the Arizona 20-yard line after the sack. 9 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the third. All right, so we need a big play here. Got to get a first down. When in doubt, look for McMillan. I feel like this is the perfect time to do it. And that's exactly what he does. Picks up 9 yards there on the play. Takes the whole team to bring him down. Third and 6 coming up from the Arizona 29-yard line. So with third and 6 coming up, who all do you have on your fantasy team, though, Mike? I tell you what, Mike, if you want, next year I'll add you to my fantasy league next year if you want. All right, from their own 29-yard line, Kansas State bringing the pressure. Noah throws it, gets the completion, walking the sideline, goes out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. I feel like he could have cut that one upfield if he would have tried to go towards the middle. But as Braden says, hit him on the crosser. Absolutely. But yeah, it was there. He waited, gave it time, threw it there. It was perfect. Should have tried to cut it inside. Might have been able to get some more yards there. But overall, great play. See if it goes in motion. So run play. And he's going to pick up 2 yards there on the carry. So far today, Conley's got 13 carries for 48 yards. Braden says terrible decision. He says flat out terrible decision. All right, 2nd and 8. Again, third quarter with 6:55 to go. Play fake. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. He almost threw another pick. Oh my goodness. Almost threw another pick. Braden says, been playing NCAA football again, JB. How's that working out for you? Are you doing like the dynasty mode? What team are you using? Yeah, he almost threw that pick. His receiver didn't have a chance on that play. Didn't have a chance. Arizona offensive line has to give him time. I know that they're blitzing right now, but if you give him time, he can get you that first down, but he needs time. Looking on the move, still looking, throws it. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. So here in the third quarter with 6:35 to go. And that time there made him uncomfortable. That's one of the keys to the game. If you can make him uncomfortable, then yes, you can get plays like that. Braden says, dynasty mode, you was Cincinnati, but the head coach position opened up at Penn State and you took it. And so, oh man, Penn State though, Braden, Penn State, punts on the way. Surely if you can land the job at Penn State, you could have took the Iowa job, right? All right, so they punt the ball there. So Kansas State will get the football back from their own 17-yard line. So JB's out here looking. I need Avery Johnson to rush. Well, really, as long as he finishes with more than 12 yards rushing, I'll be happy. But I need some more rushing from him. Again, the quarterback for Kansas State. Ooh, I see that UNLV scored a touchdown. So they're currently up right now in that one. Looks like they're up 23-20 right now in the fourth quarter with 1:51 left to go. Brandon says, didn't open up. LOL, and Iowa has been really good in this dynasty. So, okay. So, all right, I understand. And the dynasty that JB's playing, Iowa is probably one of the tougher teams in the conference and stuff. I probably would rank them after Michigan, but probably I don't know. Them and Penn State, they alternate each year in terms of who's better. But when Iowa has a scrambling quarterback, that's when they're at their toughest to beat on the video game that I play. And again, JB's playing an older version there, but that's when they're at their best and they give a lot of difficulty for sure. I'd say Wisconsin's typically like 4th. Sometimes they could be 3rd though. You said, Sam, you're playing NCAA 13. And so, okay, bet, 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 bet. So while Kansas State has the lead here, the Kansas Jayhawks find themselves in trouble right now, but they're down 23 to 20 to UNLV with a minute and 31 to go. All right, so for Kansas State, 1st and 10 here in the third with 6:25 to go. Throws it, incomplete, incomplete. It's just something about him throwing the ball number 14. They just don't have that connection. Aiden says Wisconsin is really good. Iowa is too. You say you put Notre Dame, Cincinnati, Iowa State, and Pittsburgh in the Big Ten. Now, why would you do something like that? Why would you do that? I guess I get the Iowa State part being a rival of Iowa. Okay. And I get the Notre Dame putting them in a conference. Up, there's a penalty. Both sides are pointing at each other. I believe it's going to be against the defense here, but let's see what they call. I just want a defense there. Offside, backs him up 5 yards. Again, here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go. All right, 2nd and 5. And the running back's going to pick up about 3 yards there on a carry. And so, Clan HBS, what's good with you? You say drop in to smash that like button and have a great stream. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, my guy. What's good with you? Absolutely. Braden says, did it from the. Okay, I got you. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Just over there. This is why you're not the Big Ten commissioner, by the way, Braden. I tried to advocate for you. Looking, run it. He is going to run it. Still run it. Still run it. Still run it. Fighting for every single yard before he's finally slowing down. Picked up 17 yards. That's what JB needed. That's what JB needed. Let's go. Big time play. Samuel says, my PS4 name is game. You say Madden NFL 19, Madden 21, Madden 22, Madden 23, and Madden 24. I hear you, Samuel. You be going online and beating them bad, huh? All right, picked up about 3 yards on the play. You guys in the chat, I know this is not football related, but if you guys could work any potential career of your choice, and let's just take money out of the equation, but just purely from a passion perspective, if you could work any career that feel like you'd be passionate about, what would it be? Let JB know. All right, shotgun. And so Johnson again is going to keep it. And this time he's going to pick up 13 yards on the play before he goes out of bounds. It's the 1st and 10 from the Arizona 42-yard line. Let's go. Let's go. Braden said you put basically every Texas team in the Big 12. So you turn it to the Big Texas, huh? Okay. I've never thought to do that, but that's actually not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, 1st and 10. Throws it, gets the completion. All right, to the 39-yard line. If I'm Arizona, we got to come up with a stop now. At some point, you got to come up with a stop here on this play. Get the ball back to your offense. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 7. Throws it short to the back. And he's going to tiptoe there for about 3 yards there. Dotton Edwards. And now we got 3rd down coming up. So on 3rd and short, 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Kansas State up 21-7. Braden says you basically put every team in Texas in the Big 12. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. What would they call on 3rd and 4 being up 21-7 right now? Arizona needs to stop. R.S. Lewis would say they would need to score. All right, gives it to the running back. Running back gets to the outside here. Too much speed for him. Picks up 10 yards there. He's got 12 carries for 72 yards on that ground. Simon says, new game, Madden NFL 25 Walmart store now coming to a Walmart near you. Braden says, edit videos for an NFL team. So Braden says he would love to do editing videos for an NFL team as his passion. Laney says crafts and paintings. Nice. I would say for me, purely from a passion perspective, I would love to be like a video game designer. That would be what JB would want to do. That was what JB wanted to do as a kid and stuff like that, was to be a video game designer. I wanted to create basically the next football game to overtake Madden, but then they went ahead and got that exclusive right deal to ensure that that doesn't happen. But that's what JB wanted to do. Meanwhile, nice pass there to the tight end again. Braden Lofton. Braden, you're everywhere, man. You're everywhere. That was 21 yards. Takes it to the 5-yard line of Arizona. This current drive, 9 plays, 78 yards, 4 minutes and 39 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. If you're Arizona defensively, oh, man. Oh, man. Mike says, got to do fantasy for work. You said, let me see how you like it. Might hit you up on that offer next year. Because I know I did ask you before, so I was curious about that for sure. Oh, look at that. He's going to be about a yard shy of getting to the end zone. So that time, quarterback kept himself there. He's got 14 carries and 67 yards. He's really taken initiative on this drive to get some yards on the ground. Let's see. Samuel says, new game, Madden NFL 25 price, $69 in Walmart. So they stay going up on them prices. I'll tell you that. Mike says, being an NFL or UFL GM would be fire. And so, oh, man. The second thing for me would have been an athletic director. I would have loved to have been an athletic director. But video games, that would have been my passion there, to just create and be the brains behind it. That's a touchdown. The entire line crossed the line. So that's a touchdown. DJ Giddens for the touchdown, leaving 34 seconds in the third quarter. And Kansas State just scored again. So if you're Arizona, you're down now 3 touchdowns. You got a quarter essentially to make it happen. You got to go down there and you got to score fast. So I need some chunk plays. Let's see. Mike says, Jaden Reed putting up big numbers again. Yes, he did. Braden didn't give me the scouting report. He said that would be dope, JB. And so absolutely. Absolutely. My trading card game that I'm trying to create, my goal one day is that it does become digitalized and that I can turn it into one of those like esports and stuff like that. So that would be a goal of mine that I'm actively working towards. 28-7. Let's see. Braden says, I'm Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. Mike says, do we like Josh Jacobs on the Packers for fantasy? And so I'm going to put it like this. Josh Jacobs, obviously with Malik Willis being back there, they're going to try to hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs a good amount. And against that Indianapolis defense, we just saw Joe Mixon light a torch for him. Now, the problem is if Indianapolis realistically gets ahead by a good amount, then that could force passing. But still, Josh Jacobs, he can get receptions out the backfield too. I just don't know how much I trust Malik Willis to throw the ball out the backfield. I know he's improved, but does he target his running backs that much? But that being said, though, the game plan will be surrounding Josh Jacobs. So I do like Josh Jacobs this week in fantasy. It could be potentially really big, or it can be like just kind of big. So I range it probably from about 14 points for him, 14 to 18, 14 to 19 if he has a really good game. So somewhere between that is what I'm thinking for this week. Again, without Jordan Love being there, they're going to go ahead and give him a few more carries. And it's not like they have AJ Dillon or anything to take away carries from him. So, and I know that Emmanuel looked pretty good. That is a small concern, but he'll get a lot of the work. Believe it. Let's see. Braden says Jaden Reed is questionable actually for the Titans, and so word. He probably like he doesn't want to go out there without his boy Jordan Love. So Mike says the game will be fire. RC says JB, yo, bruh, what happened? What you mean? What happened? AG says, what's going on with Arizona? I haven't watched much of the game. So, AG, what's happening right now for Arizona is that Noah Fafita is not having time in the pocket. He's a guy who he needs time to throw the ball. And so, because he's been rushed twice in this game, I've seen him make terrible decisions so far in this one in terms of throwing risky passes. One time was picked off, other time was not. It might have been 3 times even so far in this one. So they need the offensive line to give him some time, but Kansas State is blitzing him and making life hard for him. Now he is 15 to 25, 174 yards, but no touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Conley, the defense has been packing him in the third quarter, not letting him get those yards there. But McMillan, 7 catches, 100 yards. Keep feeding McMillan. That's the game plan. It's just Fafita needs time in this one. And I feel like if they give him time, he can do it. He can do it, but he's not someone that needs to be rushed out there. And as for, I mean, let's not forget, Arizona did give up that punt return for a touchdown. And now the defense is allowing, not just the running back, but also the quarterback to rush. So there's a lot of things right now that's going wrong for Arizona, but they can, I feel like they can turn this around. If they can score a touchdown on this drive and get that confidence back, Arizona's not out of it. They're a team that I do believe in passing wise, but defensively, they're going to have to make some plays as well. All right, so here we go. Noah Fafita, can he come through for his squad here? Down by 21 points. Now it's the time to go out there and just play football. Move the ball, get some points. Hurry up, get some tempo, whatever you got to do. All right, from their own 25-yard line to start, they're going to go 5 wide out of the shotgun. Fafita throws it, gets the completion. And of course, it's going to go to McMillan. If you took the over on his player prop, he is already over that line, which was, I think, set at maybe like 97. It was set up. So he was already over it, but that for sure, 8 catches, 106 yards. So again, he's just that good. All right, 2nd and 4. Trying to get another play in before the end of the quarter. Snaps it out of the shotgun. Throws it. Gets the completion again. And of course, who other than McMillan to pick up the first down there? He picked up 4 yards in the play. He's got the first down. He's got 9 catches for 110 yards so far in this one. And that's going to be a first down when we come back and start the fourth quarter. But right now, at the end of the third quarter, it is Kansas State on top, 28-7. Can Arizona pull something out in this one? They're going to have themselves a fourth quarter. Braden says, for the Colts game, I think a week in advance, LOL. He was thinking a week in advance. So, oh man. RC says Coach Prime need to make schedule hand the ball off because in the NFL, he's gonna have to hand the ball off to some degree. And so, oh yeah, NFL is gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Believe it. Let's see. RC said Braden and JB actually meant Shador, not schedule. And so I was reading it like, what? I was like, what? Make schedule hand the ball off? But by the time I had already said it, by the time I knew what you meant. So, but yes, glad it wasn't JB tripping. RC said, JB, what quarter are you in? And as it is, yeah, so right now, we just finished the third quarter. So it's the commercial. Once we come back from the commercial, it'll be the start of the fourth quarter. And yeah, it was 14-7, but hey, Kansas State put together some touchdown drives there. Avery Johnson, both through the air, and then effective on the ground as well. So Kansas State is coming to their zone. It is time for Arizona to match that energy now. It is time for Arizona to match that energy. All right, let's see. Braden says Kansas lost to, yep, UNLV 23-20. And so I was eyeing that game from my phone, and yep, that game's officially finalized. UNLV advances to 3-0. Meanwhile, Kansas Jayhawks drop to 1-2. That's why you play the game. Braden says LOLRC. But again, we're currently right now here at the commercial. Oh man, I'm really far behind here. Let's see. RC says Kansas State quarterback #1 draft pick loading. Come on, man. Come on. RC says JB, I'm joking. RC says imagine you a quarterback and you get hit. Let's see. You get hit so hard that you wake up in Chicago 1986 opening week of the football season. Oh man, that's a sign that you're probably not in this world anymore. In that point, RC, that's crazy. AG says, what is everyone's prediction for the Vikings versus 49ers game? Asking because you're a Vikings fan. Christian McCaffrey's out and Jordan Addison is out. And so you guys want to let us know here in the chat. Now, I did my pick on Wednesday, and I still picked San Francisco to win. I mean, Jordan Mason looked great last game out there, and I feel like they'll win, but it will be close. It will be close. Meanwhile, the pass there, he's going to lose some yards there. He's going to lose like 3 yards there on a pass completion. Come on, got to spread the ball a little bit more downfield here. Lewis says, these overs just don't come through. Oh, man, I feel you, but I do need Arizona quarterback to finish with at least 266 yards passing. He's at 180. They knocked off like 4 yards from him for that one. So I need a big play. Shotgun formation from his own 32-yard line. Gets the snap. Looking. Going deep and gets the completion there to McMillan again. Oh man, I wish everybody had a guy like McMillan out there. 132 yards receiving, 10 receptions. He is that guy. AJ said you think the 49ers will win, but it'll be a touchdown. I agree. I feel like that's accurate. I feel like that's accurate. 49ers do, I'm sorry, Vikings do have a good defense. And I feel like, right now they are a good team. But the 49ers, they will win. All right, 1st and 10. Throws it over the middle, gets the completion. You might as well give that referee half a tackle because he sure looked like he was coming in to make that tackle. Picked up 6 yards there. Oh man, McMillan's like, who else can we throw to other than McMillan? I mean, he is just out here dominating. All right, 13:22 to go here in the fourth. And again, Kansas State up right now, 28-7. But right now, Arizona with the football at the 40-yard line, and Kansas State got to keep this momentum humming. Receiver goes in motion. It is a run play. Running play picks up a yard, 2, 3, 3 yards there. Cameraman had me shook on that one. RC said the Vikings will lose by 16. AG says the Vikings are stacked with talent, especially on that defense. So I agree. I agree. I can see a 1 touchdown victory. All right, so let's see what they do on 3rd and 1. JB says call a flea flicker. Call a flea flicker. Now that'd probably be terrible timing. All right, but on 3rd and 1, it's a running play to the left side. He gets tripped up and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Excellent tackle there. I really thought he was going to get the first down. Now they're going to have to go for it here on 4th down. And you really got to convert here on 4th down. I still feel like you're down 3 touchdowns. They are being too calm. I need to see a little bit more sense of an urgency right now. A little more sense of urgency. Go ahead, run this ball, get the first down. Let's see. RC says, JB, another thing that helps up and coming content creators is don't watch other people's numbers that religiously it will drive you crazy. That's true. Tries to throw it there. Oh man. Oh man. Who is calling the plays right now. That was a dumb play. That was a dumb play. Dumb plays get you dumb results. Look at what you did. All you had to do was just run the ball again. You could have quarterback sneaked it. It was just a yard. Get the first down first before you start doing that. All they needed was a yard. What are they doing? You're down three touchdowns. Why are you playing around? If you were going to do that, you should have did it on third down, so you still would have had fourth down. What's coming on? What's going on, man? Oh man, but yeah, I mean that's one thing I learned very early on. RC is just continue to be the same, regardless whether it's 2 people, 20 people, 200 people. Continue to be the same, and just don't look at the numbers. It's the same way when it comes to like looking at the subscriber number and stuff like that, because YouTube likes to do this thing where they will do a purge of your subscribers and stuff. So absolutely, but I'm so disappointed right there. I'm so disappointed. Like that's just come on, come on. Now they need the defense. Now you need the defense to come out here and to save you because you out here doing foolish stuff. The defense has to get a 3-and-out, by the way. Like they've got to get a 3-and-out. But now for Kansas State, you get the football back. You know they're going to come out looking to run the ball aggressively, going another long drive. AG says their offense will be the issue. Lots of injuries on the O-line and Jordan Addison out. Brandon says shaking his head. AG says terrible play call. RC said, JB, do they only purge subs from big channels though? That is not true. Anybody that has a big spike that they deem to be that somebody could potentially be paying for subscribers. Like if somebody comes through and raids your channel and you gain like 231 subscribers, for example, then I know that was very specific, but then YouTube will be like, up, that guy comes in, he's already got like less than 1,000 subscribers, less than 1,500 subscribers. It doesn't make sense why he spiked like that. And so then they'll come through and think that you paid for those and stuff like that. So then they'll come through and start removing subscribers and stuff. I've seen them do it. One time I had a really big raid happen to me, and like the next day I woke up and YouTube went on like a 2.5-day purge where I was seeing it drop by like the hundreds and stuff. They took out more people than actually joined. So again, probably another reason why JB doesn't go all out of his way when it comes to just, like raids and stuff like that, because YouTube will see it and YouTube will be like, nope, you're not taking the easy way. All right, run and play. Picks up 4 yards there. Edwards on a carry. Second down coming up. So we got 2nd and 6 from the Kansas State 41-yard line. If you're Arizona, you got to find a way to get stop here. You know that they're going to come out here and run that ball. You have got to be ready. Whether it's the running back, whether it's the quarterback, you got to be ready. Got to be ready. You need to get a stop. RC said, JB, what if you just happen to go viral off 1 or 2 videos, though? That's wild. And so I feel like if you're doing that off of like videos, they'll let you do it off of videos. But for some reason, if it happens on a live, for some reason, they have an issue with it. Throw the ball away. Throw it. Oh, he's going to run it. He's going to run it. Pick up the first down. Okay. 8 yards there. So Johnson says he got this. 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the fourth. I still need for Noah Fafita to hit 266 yards passing. He's at 209 right now. So I need that defense to get a quick stop. All right, so here we go. Shotgun. And he is going to take off and run. And look at him run, still running up that hill. 26 yards there on the carry. Takes to the Arizona 25-yard line. My goodness. AG said the Minnesota and North Carolina game had a ton of viewers. That's where you first found the channel. And so, yes, it did have a lot of viewers there, like almost 5,000 views came through for that one. So that was definitely the stream of the year right there. Stream of the year right there. I think I've only gotten maybe one or two that have maybe been more than that, if memory serves me right. I know there's a couple that's close, but I think two I've gotten that might have been more than that. All right, so they run the ball here, picks up a yard with Edwards on the carry, 2nd and 9 coming up from the Arizona 24-yard line. 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the fourth. Braden says that this game is over if they score here. And so it may be over, but JB still needs a little bit more passing from Arizona quarterback. All right, with 2nd and 9. I mean, Arizona defensively has just looked bad this game at stopping the run. Quarterback looking, quarterback throws it incomplete, incomplete. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 9 here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Now there is a flag. There is a flag. Let's see what they're going to call the flag here. Laney says, JB, I'm going to have to charge my phone. And so good. Yeah, good night to you and see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming through again, Laney, and have yourself a good night and see you tomorrow. Again, that's going to be 12 o'clock Eastern time, LSU versus South Carolina. And that matchup should be a thriller of a game. Absolutely. So yeah, that penalty right there. I don't know what the lineman was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. But now 2nd and 14 after that penalty backs him up 5 yards. And Johnson's going to keep it himself. And Johnson moving, picks up 9 yards before he goes out of bounds. 3rd down coming up. So with 3rd down coming up, Avery Johnson, he's got 17 carries for 110 yards on the ground. So JB did a tremendous job at picking my pick 2 today. Both quarterbacks ran for over 100 yards. Excellent plays with ease. AG says you should try posting some sort of YouTube shorts, maybe like daily football news or some football predictions to help grow your channel. And so, man, I used to do a ton of like news and stuff like that, but the problem is while I'm at work and the news drop, I can't get to it till after work. And so afterwards, by the time I can post it, it's already old news. Everybody already knows. And so, but absolutely. But in terms of shorts and stuff, that's certainly something that I need to do. It's just when I do have free time, I invested in working in on my trading card game that I'm trying to create. So that's the sacrifice I had to make. RC said, JV, is South Carolina football team any good? RC, ask me after this game and I'll be able to give you a better answer. But I mean, I feel like, even though they're not ranked, they're basically almost equivalent to like a top 30 team for sure. So we're going to find out just how good they are Saturday, but they're certainly good to where this is going to be competitive. So I'm definitely going to be evaluating them here. SM, what's good? He says, what's good, JB? He said, how's the game going? Well, the game so far is a little one-sided right now. I'm not going to lie. It's a little one-sided right now. Kansas State up 28-7, 35-yard field goal attempt coming up here for Kansas State to try to tack on some more points. What is going on? So Arizona's going to call a timeout in spite of the fact that they're down by 3 touchdowns. And it probably makes sense, but I guess they must have had too many men on the field here. They had no choice but to call a timeout here. Come on, man. Come on. That's something that you shouldn't be, come on now. He ain't had no choice but to call a timeout. That's just, come on. Too many mistakes. Let's see if this kicker can make it this time because I know he did miss one earlier. Mr. Tennant was wide left earlier. But yeah, shoot, you know me, SM, always having fun. And again, your boy will be live again tomorrow, 2 times tomorrow. The LSU versus South Carolina game at 12 o'clock Eastern time is the first one, and the second one is 7:30 Eastern time between Colorado and Colorado State. So your boy will be live streaming both of those. All right, a 35-yard field goal attempt. All right, let's see if we can convert from 35 yards out to make it 31-7. All right, so tax on, which technically it's still a 3-possession game, technically, 31-7. They'll just have to go for 2 after every touchdown. All right, he says, JB, stop fooling us. You say, you one of the biggest YouTubers ever. You say, I know you got 3 cyber trucks outside of your place. 3. Nah, JB ain't got it like that. As some said, JB, did you see the Pac-12 news? I did see the news for 2026, the new additions that they will be adding there. And I'm happy for the Pac-12 because I didn't want to see that conference just go to a waste. So I am happy for them and also the teams that will be elevated as well. It's a good opportunity for them. Those are teams that historically, in the last couple of years, they've been, good. They've been amongst the good ones fighting there. So you bring in some teams and let's see how they can elevate as a conference. So it's going to take some years, but that's good for the conference because it was on life support and it was down to the last little bit of energy there. But we'll see how that plays out moving forward. But it's certainly great news for college football. It's great news, especially for the Pac-12 and for the teams being elevated. Which team stood out most for you in that Pac-12 agreement? Look like conferences will always be on the move. AG says you got a sneaky feeling my Patriots will beat the Seahawks, and so you might be onto something, AG. But don't tell the rest of the world. Don't tell the rest of the world, because right now we just like to sneak in there, get that W, and then they'll be talking about us when we finish above the Jets and the Dolphins this year. SM says Boise State, San Diego State. I'm really excited for San Diego State. Fresno State, happy for them. Boise State, and then Colorado State. I mean, you stay the state 6. I mean, with the exception of Colorado State and all like that, the other 3 I'm extremely excited about and stuff like that. Which I know it sounds bad to call out Colorado State. I got no issues with them, but at the same time, I'm just really excited for the other 3 teams. And so, yep, RC SM already answered that one there. Braden says, see you tomorrow, JB. Good night. Yeah, good night to you, Braden. My man Braden said you got to go out there and start partying. It's almost time for his late night party, so he's got a dip. AJ says this is a great week for you to be playing Tyreek Hill in fantasy. I have Tyreek Hill in my other fantasy league, AG. Oh, man. Why does things have to happen the way that they do? SM says you're happy for the California schools. RC says, JB, I think your Pats could win 6-3 and you'll still be happy. I'd be happy if they won 2-0, RC. I would just be happy. I would just be happy. All right, kickoff on the way. Gets it from the 10. He's at the 20, still on his feet. And they stop him at about the 27-yard line. And that is where Arizona will take over with the football. All right. Noah Fafita, I need you to come out here and to just ball out on this drive. Just get some big chunk plays on these passes. Score your team a touchdown. Lewis, if you're still here, I know you took the over. I forgot what the line was for the over-under. But how many points do you need? Essam says Colorado State needs to win tomorrow for the Pac-12. SM says you got Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle on multiple fantasy teams. Oh, man, SM. Oh, man. Oh, man. SM's down bad, guys. Fafita looking. And he's going to run and work the sideline to pick up the first down. Picked up 10 yards and a first down. 6 minutes and 49 seconds left to go. But again, JB needs passing yards here. So he's like, stop playing and get my passing yards already. JB got to do a little math to see how much I still need. All right, so I need him to pass for at least about 57 yards. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Looking, throws it, gets the completion. That was a tight window. A tight window. He zipped that one in there. All right, but a first down. I'd like to see a little bit more of a sense of urgency here from the offense. All right, let's see. SM says, who do you think the Dolphins should get at quarterback? And so for this season or the future? From the 48-yard line, throws it, gets the completion. All right, picks up 7 yards. So found his receiver there back-to-back times. Again, that was Montana Lamonius Craig with the reception. He's got 5 catches, 59 yards so far here. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the fourth. Fafita's got 226 yards passing. JB needs more of it. Come on, we need a big-time play. Need a big-time play. 2nd and 3. Snaps it, looking. Throws it short. It's caught by the back. And he's going to get the first down. Picks up 6 yards on the play. Let's see. But in terms of who they should get to play quarterback, I got to see who's available out there, honestly. I mean, too bad they can't get a guy like a Jflocka to come in there. But hey, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm not going to root for the Dolphins to find a good replacement. All right, 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the fourth. Noah dropping back. Noah looking, throws it, gets the completion near the sideline. Excellent footwork. So Mr. Montana Lamonius Craig with another reception, picked up 16 yards on the play. All right, so they are moving the ball here. That's great. So y'all better update this man's stats out there. I need him to keep throwing. He's got 247 yards passing. I need to get to that 266 mark. 1st and 10, gets it, feels the pressure, throws that one up there. Did he catch it? It was a catch. They say he was out of bounds. Throw the flag. Throw the flag. Challenge it. You just need a foot. Throw a flag. Where's the challenge? Where's the replay? Look at that. Look at that. All right. 1, 2. Oh man, was it out of bounds? Was his toe really on the line? Show me another replay here. Zoom in on the toe, man. Zoom in on the toe. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Show the replay. We gotta take a good look at this one. A good look at this one. This could help JV out. Lewis says the over died in the second quarter. Oh man, Lewis. Oh man, Lewis. Say it ain't so. AG said you got Stroud and Diggs in your fantasy for Sunday night game, so it'll be fun to watch. Okay, so he's got a lot at stake in that one. Okay. All right, he said SM and Jesus. Lewis said tomorrow you'll be on his way to Mexico for Independence Day. Safe travels, Lewis. Safe travels. Absolutely. But yeah, this season. And so you say Jimmy G will be a good option. Jimmy G's just gonna get hurt. He'll just get hurt. He'll just get hurt. They need to bring back Mike White. That's what they need to do. But honestly, I mean, it depends on who's available. But honestly, I wish Tyrod Taylor was available. Like if it was for Miami, if they could have gotten a guy like Tyrod Taylor, but you can't get him, can't get Jacoby Brissett. It's tough. It's tough. You said Jimmy G would be a good option, but the Rams will ask for a good draft pick. Costenson is quarterback 3. And so, yeah, they'll definitely want something back in return. Let's see, Samuel says, no way. And so Samuel says he'll keep it a buck. No way. No way. I mean, but in all reality, I mean, it's tough. It is tough. 'Cause some of the guys I would have said, they've already got opportunities and they're in a good spot right now. So unless you can work out something with Indy for a Joe Flacco, or you get on that phone and you call a Tom Brady back. As says, if they roll with Skylar Thompson, your fantasy team is cooked. And so, oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Maybe Minnesota will be willing to trade away Nick Mullen, maybe. I don't know. Or what about the guy that lost his job to Mac Jones? He was Jacksonville's backup quarterback. And I think he also went to did he go to Iowa for college? I can't remember his name though. Can't remember his name. All right, second it. Let's see. So they're checking this replay here. Y'all have got to show me a better angle to see if that toe really did come down, which it looks like it did. It looked like it did, but I'm holding out hope. All right, this looks like play stands there. Okay. They're going to hand it to the back, and the back is back to the line of scrimmage. Third down coming up. So again, Arizona here clearly believing that this one's over. CJ Beathard, thank you so much. I was thinking about that SM. Yes, CJ Beathard, I believe he's available. And of the available quarterbacks, I mean, I don't know who else. But if you're talking without making a trade, that may be the way to look. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 10. Shotgun. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. Come on, man. Come on, man. JB just needs how many more yards does JB even need right now? I need about 19 more yards passing. And this man playing around. If he can just throw the ball to his guy, go for it on 4th down. Because, like, why not? I need him to pass it for a first. A touchdown would be great, but I just need like 19 yards. That's all I need. Again, 4th quarter, 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go with Kansas State up 31-7. Arizona find themselves facing the 4th down here. And Fafita throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Well, that did it. That one's done. Even if they did get the ball back somehow, he is not going to be out there throwing the ball. All right, let's see. Samuel says Alabama football start time 11. Think you mean 11 a.m. there. Yep, 11 a.m. Again, that's 12 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so at least one of the bets cash, but man, Noah Fafita, I needed you to get me another at least 17 yards passing. But now Kansas State with the football. And Giddens with the big carry picks up 21 yards, takes on the contact and everything. Oh, man. Now, there is a flag. Flag for holding there. So they're going to call on the offense there. So that's going to back them up, negate that play. Yeah, I believe that Fafita's night will be done, but I'm still hopeful. Runs the ball again here, picks up 10 yards. The defense isn't even trying at this point. They're not even trying. They just want this game to be over. They do not care. AG says that Bama wins by at least 3 touchdowns with ease. And so I certainly can see that. Certainly can see that. So, yep, 11 a.m. start time. Must be in Central Time Zone. Or is it? Yeah, I think that's Central Time Zone. And again, Kansas State just running off the clock here. Kansas State all smiles in this one. But again, we'll be here tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. LSU, South Carolina. So we're at the 2-minute mark. 2-minute mark. Yep, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Absolutely. All right, let's see. AG says 11 a.m. Central Time. Okay, RC says, JB, do you believe in sending viewers elsewhere when your stream ends like some other content creators do? And so, I mean, if I had someone that I was like, I guess, really close to and stuff like that, then perhaps I would do that. But nah, JB leaves it up to you guys afterwards, you know. It's just like in stream and stuff like that, you know, like it's tough enough to get the viewers as it is in here and stuff like that. So once I actually have the attention and stuff, I try to game plan throughout the entire thing. So I try to stick on script there. So JB doesn't too much do a lot of that and stuff like that. Now, if I was perhaps, I don't know, um, it would have to be someone where I knew like they were scheduled to start after me and I was like really close with them personally in order for me to do something like that. But the most I'll do is just to mention like, you know, their channel and stuff like that. But yeah, I've seen it done though. I've seen it done. Very popular with Twitch as well. SM says, I can't wait for Sunday. You're ready for the NFL? He's ready for the NFL. I'll tell you what, SM, first we got to go through Saturday. So let's enjoy Saturday first because once Sunday comes, I know that means that work is there on Monday. Lewis says, well, not tonight. You say NCAA 3-3 for you. Lewis, you got to start identifying some unders again because this is like becoming a theme. But you and me both will leave this one disappointed unless somehow Arizona just, I don't know, gets the ball off a turnover or something. Look, they don't even care. They don't even care. They're not even trying. There's no way that North Feed is going to go back out there and get JB those 19 yards he really needs. All right, let's see. Samuel says tomorrow night game, Kent State versus Tennessee game starts at 6:45 Eastern time. RC says, JB, who you got? Oregon and Oregon State. I'm gonna say Oregon State pulls off the upset. Now I know when I did my picks, I had Oregon winning that game. I believe I had Oregon winning that game, but I actually want to see Oregon State pull off the upset there. That'd be fun. AG says, to be honest, JB is the only live streamer I ever watch, and so I appreciate that. AG, I appreciate that, my guy. Yes. Lewis says, I'm sorry. RC says, AG, I'm a diehard Timberwolves and Twins fan. Keep bumping my mic with my hand here. All right, 3rd and 5. Again, 1:55 left to go. Let's see if they can get a stop here. Runs the ball, gets tripped up, loses a yard on the play. So Arizona will get the football back one more time. I hope that they care about the final score and they keep their quarterback in there because JB just needs 19 more yards passing from him. That's it, 19 more yards passing. Samuel says, you're going to go get ready for the full drive tomorrow. And so safe travel, Samuel. I know that you'll be utilizing all the nice hotel stays. Samuel's living the life, y'all. He's living the life. But as always, you be safe out there. AG says that he's a diehard Vikings fan, unfortunately. Says unfortunately. Punts on the way. And no return. So, okay, will we bring Noah Fafita back out there and help JB out? You might can't win the game, but you can help JB get one step closer and set me up for tomorrow. That's what you can do. All right, so ball there on 27-yard line. I just need him to go out there and get some more passing yards, baby. That's it. Get some more passing yards. All right, so I didn't think I'd get to see them back out there offensively, but I do. So here we go. 1st and 10. Are they just going to run it or will they pass it? They will pass it. Fafita looking, moving around. My man Fafita running for his life back there. Throws this one. Gets a nice sideline catch. Doing it for JB out there, y'all. He's got 260 yards passing. So I need about another 7 yards before this one. I need about 7 yards here. 6 or 7 yards. 1st and 10. All right, she said, last time I predicted my Fighting Irish score of the game. You said 30-10 over Northern Illinois. She said, all I'm going to say for Notre Dame versus Purdue game is that they're going to win. Okay, win the daggone ball game, he says. Scrambles out of bounds. No yards there. Again, I don't need scrambling yards. I need him to pass this ball. Come on. An offensive line, give this man some time. Give this man some time. I feel like if he can just get a completion for another 1st down, that's all JB's asking for. Do it for JB from his own 39-yard line. 4 receivers on the play. Looking. Still looking. Throws it. Incomplete. Come on, Riley. You got to catch that one, baby. You got to catch that one. Is he hurt? Come on, don't be hurt. The moment the player gets hurt, the coach is going to want to just run his clock out. That ball was there. It should have been caught. How did he not catch that? How did he not catch that? It's beyond me. It was there. It was there. But the medical staff will check on him. All right, she said, I'm going to keep it all the way real, JB. Our passing game is weak sauce until proven. That's right, proven and shown otherwise. Yeah, keep that sauce away from the meal. Samuel says, tomorrow morning you'll wake up 6:30 a.m. and then you'll leave Vicksburg, Mississippi to go to Starkville, Mississippi. So, okay. All right, so 3rd and 10. JB's just hoping that they try to pass it for another 7. This will be big. All right, he said Iowa should have played Purdue tomorrow, and Notre Dame should face Troy. And they're helping Riley off the field there. Again, a receiver for Arizona. I mean, you're ranked number 20. You want to try to at least get you a touchdown in. Losing by 2 scores looks a little better on the eyes than just flat out 31-7. Samuel says, game final from Starkville, Mississippi to Vicksburg, Mississippi. AG says, your Gophers play Nevada tomorrow. I will not be happy unless they win by 3+ touchdowns. And so, oh man, AG's got the expectations. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 10. Can he do it for JB? He's looking. He's on the move. He throws it. It's completed. Picks up 8 yards. What a play. What a play. I believe that does it for me. That does do it. That does do it. So on 4th and 2, they can run this one out. JB's gotten all that he needs unless this quarterback does something like throw a pass that loses yards. Other than that, I'll be good. So on 4th and 2, looking on the move, throws it. They're saying that's incomplete. They're saying he's out of bounds, incomplete, but it's cool. It's cool. JB got all that he needed. JB got all that he needed tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so let's see. Samuel says he's out. Yeah, good night to you, Samuel. See you tomorrow. Safe travels for you. Try to save some good food for the rest of us at that hotel that you'll be staying at, in which I know you'll be taking all the good food there. But yeah, good night to you. And tomorrow's stream is going to be great. Absolutely. RC says, but knowing Notre Dame, if they face Troy, they would lose 20-13. That's painful. He is scarred by his team for sure. AG says the quarterback and defense look good for the Gophers. So it'll be an interesting season. Maybe a bowl game. So he says a bowl game. I think Minnesota can get a little bowl game. But one thing for sure, that kicker cannot be out there missing field goals. He cost you all against North Carolina. RC said, JB, thank you, bro. It's appreciated. It was another great and awesome evening nightly stream. And so, yes, thank you guys so much. Luckily, tonight is Friday, so that means we got Saturday, more college football tomorrow, guys, more JB tomorrow. You guys take care. Have a great night. Samuel says, God bless you. So God bless you as well, Samuel. Appreciate you coming through. AG says, see y'all tomorrow. AG knows what it is. RC says, JB, again, you did great. It's like you never missed last night, Thursday night football. And so, right, bad things happen when JB misses, it seems like. So I got to make sure not to, for sure. Hey, the fact that it was Friday the 13th and stuff like that, we survived it, right? We survived it. Samuel said, your friend, you'll meet your friend down there in Starkville, Mississippi. And so that's great. That is awesome. Have a great time tomorrow for sure. I want to hear about how great it was as well tomorrow. So with that being said, JB's going to go ahead and end this stream here with the final score. The Kansas State Wildcats win 31-7 in the battle of the ranked Wildcats. So we'll see how far Arizona drops after this. They should be out of the top 25 with this loss here. But that being said, great game there by Kansas State. JB's going to end it here, but see you guys again live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time for LSU versus South Carolina. AG signing out and JB signing out as well. Take care.